I know Black Poppy. Yeah. I absolutely love it. I want that to be a song, a real song. My dream is to have that be a real song and it takes off in the Dominican Republic. That is my dream, that song just skyrockets to the top of the charts in Dominican Republic. I would absolutely love for that to happen. What is going on, guys? How you guys doing? I am back with the live streams. We figured it out, ladies and gentlemen. As people come in and everything like that, have to tell you guys, we figured it out, what we're going to be doing. I think we're going to be going live 5 days a week. I like the idea of it. And I think we're going to be resurrecting the Clips channel, Coach Colin Clips. I know there's a Clips channel. There has to be. I made it. And we're going to be resurrecting the Clips channel. Okay, I've had 2 channels already, just in case. You know, you gotta have a second channel just in case, especially when you're talking about Philadelphia and stuff like that. So we're gonna be bringing this channel back. Okay, and also, like, just for people who don't know, there's like almost 500 videos that you can just binge on this channel. Just putting it out there, right? There's a lot of videos, right? A lot of videos here already, like all sorts of wild stuff. Okay, there's all sorts of stuff here. So we're going to bring that channel back, and that's where we're going to put the highlights to the live stream. So if you're somebody who's like, man, I just can't sit through the 3 hours, you jump over here, you subscribe here, and bang, you're good. You will see highlights. They'll be like 10 to 30 minute clips, right? Maybe probably 15 to 30 minute clips, and that's it. And that's it. You're good to go. You'll be able to be over there. You will get the notifications, hit that notification bell and all that fun stuff. And then you're good. And then on the weekend, we're going to do standalone episodes on the main channel, of course. We're going to continue to do that. And that's how we're going to hit it. Repeatedly, over and over and over and over again. We're going to be doing that. Shout out to the Mod Squad. Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing right now, because I know some of you can't lock in for the full 3 hours, right? 2.5 sometimes. I understand completely. So that is where you can get your fix there. Weekend, going to be the shorter episode crew on the weekends, because I can't go live those days. And that's it, guys. That's how we're going to do it. Okay, that's the end of the stream. Have a good night, everybody. Have a good night. Anyways, guys, good morning to everyone. Happy Friday. Candace is off today. Okay. Please clip Baron's videos. I can't just clip Baron's videos. What do you mean? I can't just do that. I could. And then I argue with them. This is fair use. What do you mean? They asked me to. What are you talking about? And Baron's just like, please hold. And then we have a celebrity boxing match. Winner take all. He wins, he can have my clips. I win, I get to have all his clips. That's it. I think you guys caught on to something. Let's do that. Tell Baron, someone send Baron the contract. We're gonna Ian Carroll can be the ref. Man, let's just jump in here. We're gonna talk about some stuff today. Obviously, I have to talk about what Candace was doing, episode 307. We have to discuss that because she touched on some really wild things, in my opinion. There's one thing she mentioned like right at the top of the episode where I was like, hold on a second. We're doing what now? We're doing an Erika series? Pardon me? Has this not been the Erika series? What more? I think I said this already. What more is she going to show us? What are we about to see when it comes to Erika? I don't know. But I can't wait to find out. I think it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. She covered the young girl relationship text message that was just absolutely ridiculous. She's starting to touch on a lot of things that a lot of us are starting to bring up. So I'm kind of loving that she's doing that. And then we're going to listen in the chat. Okay. I don't often look at the chat, right? But do you guys mind? I was talking with Ian Carroll. We were having a conversation yesterday. We actually got to sit down. We didn't record it. I'm sorry, but we got to sit down. Can I talk about some other stuff? Can I talk about something just outside the investigation? Okay. the Charlie Kirk investigation. Can I just, oh, you're right. I did miss the clap. You are 100% right. Thank you very much. This is what happens when you actually look at the chat, which I do here and there. But can I talk about something else? Do you guys mind? Do you guys mind if I just talk about some other things outside of the Charlie Kirk investigation, outside of the Candace Owens saga that is just all encompassing? Can I please do that? I would just love to know from you guys if that would be okay. There we go. All right. That's what Ian said. Ian told me yesterday. He was like, just so you know, he's like, you've passed that threshold. You don't have to. He's like, people show up for you. And I have low confidence. So I'm like, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Okay. You might be 7'9", but you don't know what you're saying right now. It was actually a pretty cool conversation that we had. He helped me game plan some stuff, and he showed me web. Oh, man. Should I do that? Guys, Ian showed me web. Like, he did it for me live. He was, like, breaking things out. He showed me, like, his web, like, what he's been working on and stuff. It was crazy. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. And it's all just redacted files, you know? That's what I'm going to call them from now on. I'm not going to go with Einstein or Eggstein. I'm going to go redacted. Redacted Island. Redacted files, the redacted crew, you know, that's what I'm going to go with from now on. But yeah, Ian showed me web. It's absolutely crazy. I have access to it. I'm one of the few people that he has handed off access to. I have to make sure not to pull a Gary from Paramount Tactical and show you guys the password and everything. So I haven't logged in yet. The last thing I want to do is be like Gary and absolutely show everybody the internal message that he sent to me. I'm not going to be a Gary. We do a lot of things on this channel, okay, guys? But we do not be Garys here, okay? We got Mikey McCoy energy every day of the week. We tell the truth. We're not Rob McCoy energy. No, okay? And we're cool. We got no Frank Turek energy, all right? I'm just putting it out there, all right? And we're sparkly like Erika Kirk. You know what I mean? We got the sparkles on, but we are not Garys here. Don't be a Gary. Don't be a Joe. Don't be a Gary. It's literally two of the worst things that you could possibly do. Let's jump in here. You know what? I usually go to the end for super chat. Someone said, oddly enough, Candace is off this week, so you should use this week to talk about whatever you want to talk about. Just saying. I am. Yeah. Literally, I'm just going to talk about whatever I want. That's Keith. Keith Cole just said that. Thank you very much, Keith. Or no, sorry, that wasn't Keith. That was actually Big Easy that said that. And then what does this guy have to say here? This is Keith. Keith, I haven't heard anyone suggesting this yet, but what if Erika was doing her first operation practice, if you will, before Charlie, mom/dad? What's that juice box mean? I have no idea. But yeah, her first operation seems this is what it seems like when it comes to Erika. I'm gonna get into an opening statement of sorts from Lionel. If you guys know Lionel, I like Lionel on X. I don't watch his videos all that much, but I like him on X. He really says some really interesting stuff. But is it her first operation? I think so. I think beforehand she did not land anybody nearly as powerful. There's a basketball player, there's like a reality show guy, there's Cabot Phillips, who was like Daily Wire, and you know, he was getting there, but there was no one like Charlie. And I'm starting to think, especially when I'm going to talk about the pageants and the sending the girl for photos and all of that stuff, which is just nuts to me. But honestly, it seems like this was her first real operation, right? I am still in the mind that she is a meat puppet of sorts, and she is controlled, very possibly by Stacey, very possibly just by her mom. You know what I mean? Her mom, like, is a real deep state figure, so that could just be happening. But I think it was the first time. Yeah. Yeah. The first person that she got that was really big. And the more you hear about it, the more it just seems like it was super arranged. We could go around and say Charlie didn't know about it. He didn't know about the arrangement. We could say that. There is also an alternative timeline where he did know about that. You know what I mean? Like, he did know, like, oh, this is Miss Arizona. I'm friends with DT Jr. He's already friends with DT Jr. He's already his bag boy following DT Jr. around. All of a sudden, somebody who is friends with someone who is now working with the non-pres in the pageant world, all of a sudden gets hooked up to Charlie. It just seems it really seems like Charlie didn't know because he had the interview with her. But actually, let me rephrase that. It seems like he did know because he did have the interview with her. And he sat down and said, I'm going to date you instead. Like, how did that happen? It seems very organic. But when you see Erika now and you see this whole situation, you can tell that this whole thing is inorganic. So, yeah, this could very well be her first operation. And now Turning Point 2.0 is her second operation, which is probably why she calls it Turning Point 2.0. That's just me. That's just what I'm thinking. But let's just jump in here. I want to look at this. But yeah, this week or next week, I will be talking about whatever I want. I wanted to experiment with that. I have this whole thing. I have a plan. I'm like a nerd when it comes to podcasting. I have like a 5-year plan. So the first 3 years, I knew that I would get good at commentary and analyzing clips and bringing people what I thought was important from long form content. Now I'm getting into the research more so. Again, breaking down clips, the humor. I really wanted to embrace my humor last year and this year, so I was doing that a lot. And then the next phase is to just become the standalone brand, very much like Ian, but not as research heavy. Or maybe I do become research heavy now that I have access to web, because it's free for now, but whatever it costs, I think I'm going to pay for it, especially if I can start uploading my own data points and stuff. Just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let's get into this really quick. I'm still phlegmy. The turmoil surrounding Turning Point USA has evolved from an internal staffing dispute to a wider spectacle about how modern political media amplifies controversy. Former staffer Aubrey Letch's firing, described in a viral video, tied to her speculation about Charlie Kirk's assassination, fed into the ecosystem of suspicion already energized by Candace Owens' commentary. Reports of additional dismissals and leaked internal material have reinforced perceptions of instability inside the organization. The fallout has spilled into government settings and adjacent media scandals, illustrating how online narratives migrate into formal arenas and personal feuds. At its core, this episode shows how employment conflicts, personality-driven commentary, and social media incentives combine to blur lines between reporting and speculation for organizations and audiences alike. The result is a volatile environment where perception competes with fact, loyalty shapes interpretation, and private disputes can rapidly escalate into public crises that redefine reputations and agendas. I really like Lionel when it comes to X. He puts some really cool threads together. If you don't follow him on X, he's very interesting to read. Again, I don't watch his videos all that much, but I do read his threads a lot. Like a lot. And what he just said there is very true. And we're starting to see that come to light via Turning Point. And it is a very interesting, it's very interesting what's starting to happen because of Turning Point. Like, as much as people might not like Jack and Andrew and Blake and Erika and everything and Tyler and what's been going on, they have provided, and this always happens inside of bad moments, they have provided a real mask off moment, because not only did they go mask off, it forced the Daily Wire to go further mask off. It forced the administration to go mask off. It forced more creators to be mask off. And it showed us who the shills were. in a really, really vivid way. Whereas you would not have seen this before. You know, there's some people who love Tim Pool who would not have seen this if this didn't happen. They wouldn't have seen who he is if this didn't happen. They wouldn't have seen the like on the left, you know, during the former administration, you would see all these people rise up in this coordinated fashion and you could see it. But you hadn't seen that as much on the right. And this thing with Turning Point has caused it so you do see this on the right. And that's really, it's really necessary. It's really, really necessary for people to wake up to. So Turning Point has really provided a service. They have provided us a service. They've provided us the mask off service, the mask off pyrotechnics service of sorts. Very, very fun. Very fun to have happen. Now let's jump into what Candace Owens was talking about. I want to just jump in here really quick. Candace Owens officially hates Erika Kirk. I mean, let's not mince words. She officially is fed up with Erika Kirk. There's no two ways about it. There's no, oh, she's just, no. She does not like this lady anymore. She wants to get sued. She wants to go toe to toe with them. She wants it. She wants all of it. She's not playing around anymore. It's wild to see happen, especially where she was. She was where I was before, where it's like, it's Erika. Come on. You don't say anything about Erika. Leave her alone. Come on. No. She's like, she is at the top. When Candace goes, she goes. You know what I mean? When she goes max, she goes max. She uses the M, the A, the X, capitalize. She goes very, very hard. Let's just jump in here. Now, right at the top of the episode, she mentions that she's going to be talking about Erika Kirk's time in China, and that she's going to be touching on the fact of let's say her affiliation with some rush hour traffic. You get what I'm saying? Some rush hour traffic in China. And I'm just like, what did she find out about what Erika did in China? And is it going to be similar to the situation in the Romanian Angels? Very interesting stuff. She said that like right at the top, like right in the first 5 minutes of the episode. She said she's going to be covering that when she comes back. So I found that very interesting. You would think this is getting sued territory, because if she's saying this and it's not true, well, then it's time to go, right? Like, I guess you have to at that point. I think a lot of things that Candace has said, it's like, well, if you're not suing her, it seems like she's correct. It seems like she's not telling any lies. Like she's said a couple of times, she has just straight up called Tyler gay. I mean, and she's not doing the faking gay thing. She's like, no. This is his preference. This is what he likes to do. And Tyler's just kind of sitting back like, okay. Okay. Like, hey, listen, let me tell you something. Okay. I'm secure in my masculinity. You called me gay. Hey, listen. If I was, hey, no problem. If someone is, fine. That's completely fine. Me, I'm not. So if you say that I am, I'm going to correct you. Okay? I'm going to correct you. I'm going to call my wife up here and I'm going to kiss her passionately to prove a point. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure that you understand you're wrong about what you're saying. But Tyler has not at all. And you would think he would, because he was the one in Turning Point that was threatening to sue the most. He was actually the first person on X to be like, I'm going to sue you for what you just said. He was the first person. He was doing that a lot too. I've seen just in passing, because I don't follow Tyler. I don't follow Andrew. I don't follow any of those guys, really. I don't really care about what they're saying. They're all PR guys at the end of the day. The whole inner circle is just a bunch of PR. So it's like, it's not even real, you know? But I've seen in passing at least a dozen different times him threatening to sue someone for defamation. He never actually does, but I've seen him threaten it a whole bunch. So interesting. So we'll see what happens with Candace, but honestly, I don't think anything's going to happen, to be completely honest with you. Now, when she gets like 10 minutes in, she starts talking about the text messages. She starts calling out the audience. Now, I really like that she called out the audience, okay? That's you. That's me. She started calling people out. The people who are going to, and I talked about this when I talked about Erika's back and forth with this girl. Jillian, is it? I believe. Julian. Um, I started calling this out, and I said that people are going to start to rationalize this. People are going to say, no, this is normal. This is actually like, there's nothing wrong with this. I even had someone in the comment section, someone who I actually like, I like communicating with. Like, they're one of the top commenters. And they're like, you have to think about it. Like, if they were sisters, they would, stop right there. They're not sisters. Real quick. They're not sisters, not related. So you can't go down that thought path. But that's what the person was saying. I saw a couple of people saying things like that. Oh, you know how girls talk? No, I don't. I don't know how girls talk to younger girls. I don't see that a lot, especially ones that they don't really know, you know? Again, different if they're sisters, but they're not, right? Right. As far as I know, they're not sisters whatsoever. So I love that Candace just started calling that out all crazy. Like, she's just like, let's hear it, chat. I was like, oh, geez. She's like calling people to the front of the line right now. And then the fact that this girl got called to do photos. Now, I said, you know what? Pull up. I got to pull up a non-risque Erika Kirk pageant picture. Because what did I say to you guys when I was covering that topic? Did I not say to you guys that this could have been some kind of menu that's being established through these I don't know, I want to say young girls, these pageant girls, right? This could easily just be one of those things. And I'm starting to think that's exactly what was going on. Boom. You see what I mean? Like, she told that girl, don't drink, don't get bloated, you have to look good. Sending her to get photos. Candace verifies that her mom, Jillian, the young girl, her mom didn't know. Erika just took it upon herself to send her out to this person, took a bunch of photos of her. And what came of it? Did she ever enter into the pageant world? It seems like she didn't. That's what it seems like to me, that she didn't enter the pageant world. So what was going on? You know? Was that a Wayfair photographer? Oh, who was that? It seems like there is some kind of menu that takes place through these people. And yes, this is something that the now Prez owns. Does he still own it? He might have got rid of it. Or he might still own a certain division of it, I think. But at the time, he did own, in Erika's time, he did own it. And he was good friends with Jeff Redacted. He was very good friends with Jeff Redacted and all the Redacted boys, you know? So it really makes you think. And then somebody even said in the comment section, when I posted the community clip, they even said, Jean Benet Ramsey, that she was a pageant girl. And it's like, yeah. And there's people speculating that there's a picture of Redacted Jeff and Jean Benet. They're speculating that there's a picture of them together, which is just crazy. But yeah, it really makes you think. Victoria's Secret, these pageant girls, like there could be a catalog of sorts being put together for certain people to look at and say, okay, like this one. And why would you get them at 15? Why are you doing that? Why would you even do that? You know, as an adult, why would you do that? And on top of that, make sure, because this has to be a conscious decision to make sure to not contact the parents. That's a conscious decision. 15. You have to think in your head, I actually don't want her to tell her parents about this. And the girl doesn't know where the photos went. Did the girl sign anything? Did she sign anything? There's so much to that. I thought that was the craziest thing of the whole episode. I mean, Candace was really throwing a bunch of stuff at us, but I think that was the wildest thing. Like, who was that? How did that happen? Why did that happen? I am fully thinking it's a menu. It's a menu, and Erika was doing the Maxwell thing. That's what it seemed like. Allegedly, maybe, perhaps. It seemed a little bit like she was on her Maxwell hustle. That's what it seemed like to me, you know? Anyway, let's keep going here. And then who was the person she knew that was shooting? Oh, yeah. Candace asked those 2 questions. Who was that person that Erika knew that was in that shooting? And who remembers her from Ohio? That's going to be hard. I don't think there's going to be many people who actually remember her. She herself, I keep saying this about her mom. She herself is a deep state figure. I mean, she is. Her mom is as well. Her dad is as well. And so is she. She's worked for the Pentagon. She has this weird past. She's like weaved herself in and out of Hollywood. Now she's weaving herself in and out of Hollywood into politics, now in and out of politics and philanthropy. And it's just this back and forth thing. She's clearly not structured as a person to be the head of this organization. It's very much like Barry Weiss. Like Barry Weiss received this really high position. Her company that doesn't even do as much views as this channel. And I mean, not to compare or anything, but it's weird. It's if somebody came to me like they did Barry Weiss and said, we want to give you $150 million for your channel, I'd be like, why? What are you talking about? I'd be like, why? What do you see? What do you see? Like what? Because maybe I want to keep it. I don't know. What is this? What are you talking about? Right. And then they do that for Barry Weiss. It's kind of the same thing. You look at Barry Weiss. She's very much, we could call her a shill, but at the end of the day, it's a deep state figure. She runs this big organization now that has control over people's perceptions, and then the both of them actually get together in an interview that's completely scripted, highly, highly scripted. It's like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like this it's all how they say fake and gay, all of it. So very interesting. Let's move on here. Photogate. I found that very interesting. Turning point right away. They said it was just lowered. The whole picture was lowered. Candace, of course, knocked it out of the park. And she's just like, why would you do that for your kid? And I have to second that. You don't give your kid anything that they want, especially when they're that age. I have a kid the same age. If they say they want something that's up, you have to say no. Because especially a picture, because I don't care which kid it is. They're not going to just look at it. You're going to go, oh, here it is. And they're going to grab it. And then you're going to be like, hey, listen, you can't grab it. And they're going to be like, I want to grab it. And then the next thing you know, they're going to smash it. Are you kidding me? It's the last thing you do. You just go, no, you pick them up and you say, look, isn't that nice? You show them the same picture on your phone. You don't let them grab the glass frame and have it there so they can walk in and look at that's not true. Just 100% not true. But of course they release that statement. That's what Turning Point does. They are known for that type of thing. They are going to tell you that there was a 37 quintillion people watching their halftime show. They're going to tell you that nobody was lip syncing when they were. They're going to tell you that they're going to sign a deal with Chevy the next time and that all the advertisers, the NFL is so worried about us now. Okay, cool. The multi-billion organization, that pretty much owns a bunch of high-level athletes is worried about you guys. Like what? You guys couldn't even keep your founder alive. You think they're worried about you guys? I mean, I'm just saying. Well, they could have kept him alive. I guess I should say that. They could have kept him alive. James Burlington, coach, can we have we have more than enough evidence now to break out the handcuffs. Hands behind your back. 100% hands behind your back. Yeah, you're right, James. You're Jamie. Oh, Jamie. That's Jamie from the other day. Jamie's a wild card. Jamie's a wild card, ladies and gentlemen. Jamie had all sorts of things to say about Puerto Rico and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, you're 100% right. Hands behind your back. Everybody, hands behind your back immediately. Let's go. There's more than enough evidence. Like Cash Patel. Listen, we're going to get into that. That's why I said, can we talk about some other stuff? Because I'm going to be talking about Pam Bondi and all that stuff. Let's just wrap up the Candace stuff before we do. But I mean, you're 100% right. Hands behind your back already. What is going on? At least one person, just to satiate people. Just one person, They're not even doing that. It's crazy to me. Anyway, let's what else happened here? And then Candace loves Mikey. I mean, this warmed my heart because I am the first disciple of Mikey McCoy. Everybody knows it. Okay. I don't care if Candace has the bigger audience. I am the first disciple. I was the first one to let people know about the commandments. I was the first one to spread the gospel about the absolutely incredible, majestic, lovely Mikey McCoy. And I'm just glad that we got a big fish. You know, Scientology has Tom Cruise. Keep him. We got Candace Owens. Lovely.
I'm starting to like him, I think. I've been saying when you start using adjectives to describe someone, the psyop works. I don't let anybody say anything bad about Mikey, the amazing, Mikey the wonderful, Mikey the spectacular. I stand the amazing Mikey McCoy.
That's right.
The question now is whether or not they're going to keep gaslighting us and lying.
I love that she's on board. She's on board. We got her, guys. We got her. Don't worry, Mikey. I got her for you. Okay. We got her. It's solidified. It's great. Let's just jump over here now because there is the Turning Point boys. Oh, and then also I just found this picture. Somebody just posted this recently. I hope this isn't like too much here. Like, I mean, she's fully clothed, right? This is Erika Kirk. This is one of her Instagrams. I'm telling you, she's just not who she said. You know what's? Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Okay. So you're looking at this picture. Some of you are too young. Some of you are too young to know about the original Total Recall movie. Oh my gosh. And she's not even trying to look like that. The original Total Recall movie, okay? I believe it is Sharon Stone. I'm pretty sure it's Sharon Stone who's in this movie. She is the blonde, perfect wife for Arnold Schwarzenegger. And Arnold is pretty much in Charlie Kirk's situation. Everything around him is a lie. He doesn't know what's real and what's not. He's starting to push back. There are some very high-level people who are telling him he should be careful about pushing back. And it turns out, as he's pushing back, as he's fighting against these unknown forces that are around him, it turns out that his wife is actually right along with them, very complicit with them. And in the movie, when he actually has to fight his wife, because he actually has to, like, they have a battle of sorts. This is exactly what she's dressed like. She has her hair the same way. Oh, this is not even base reality. That's what it is. We're not in base reality, guys. Huh? How fun is that? We're not in base reality. Why is she looks exactly like the character? Except, it's back in the 90s, so the character has like those spandex like overalls on or whatever. But I mean, the look is the exact same. This is nuts. That's absolutely nuts. And then she writes in here, in typical Instagram girl fashion, she says, whoever's reading this, keep trusting the journey that you're on. Stay focused. The people's opinions do not dictate your purpose. So surround yourself with souls that add to your light. And for those who don't, well, just remember your loyalty belongs to those that never made you question theirs. I mean, and then the picture's this. That is what the kids call a thirst trap, ladies and gentlemen. That is what they call a thirst trap. And I only show that picture just because like it popped up on my feed and I was just like, this girl is just not who she says she is. She's just not. She's not even close to who she says she is. It's getting ridiculous. It's very apparent. And if we just might, there's 5,000. There's 5,000 in the chat, guys. I know Black Poppy. Yay! I gotta show you an I Know Black Poppy video that I found. Oh man, I gotta show you that. But she's not who she says she is. It's very obvious that she's not who she says she is. I don't know who she is, but we just might end up having her be the new Hillary Clinton. That just might happen. I'm just saying, like, never actually takes office, fights to actually do it, becomes this person she's a shapeshifter. Exactly. Whatever needs to be done, just all sorts of accents, all sorts of ways of being. If the next person she has to be with is 50 Cent, you're going to see her and she's just going to be dressed like Cardi B and she's just going to be like, yo, what's good, y'all? Yo, what's good, yo? I grew up in Brooklyn, dog. Crown Heights, know what I mean? We was in Brooklyn, you know what I mean? And we would go over to the Bronx and we see them boys and we'd be like, yo, You don't want it with us. That's going to be Erika Kirk. And if you don't believe her when she does it, you're a bigot. That's what's going to happen. They're going to say, how dare you not believe her? What are you talking about? She's going to wipe all the images of Charlie? I don't even know who y'all talking. Yo, I never dated. What y'all talking about? I was in Brooklyn. Oh, I was on the corner. I can't even talk about what we had to do out there. You know what I mean? Dead ass. But I'm just saying, I was in Brooklyn. I never dated nobody. I don't know no Charles, man. I'm telling you, real shapeshifter, real scary shapeshifter. But yeah, she might end up being Hillary Clinton. You know, there's always one loaded up. You know that? There's always, when you think like you're like, oh, they're old, they're gonna be gone soon, you know, completely natural, you know, wouldn't wish, you know, bad things on anybody. But you're just like, come on, man. Can we just be done? And then all of a sudden you see Bill Gates' daughter, she's young and she's beautiful and she has the same ideas as him. And you're like, what happened? What? I thought this was done. Klaus Schwab's like, oh, I am so sick. Oh, my heart. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my heart. And then all of a sudden, he has a daughter and his daughter's like, there should be less people in the world. And you're like, yeah, what? What just happened? They just have them loaded up. You're like, oh, Nancy Pelosi's 4,000 years old, that she's about done. And then AOC's going to walk up and just be the new Nancy Pelosi. Oh, that's just going to happen. It's not going to stop. There's always another one loaded up. They're just loaded up, ready to go. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then when AOC's gone, there's some dude named Perez or something, some congressman. He's just going to become the new AOC. And it just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop. It's crazy. Are you kidding me? There's a little version of me downstairs. And when I'm done, little version of me will come up here and be like, I know Black Poppy. You know, it just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. Except for like the really, really good people. It stops with them, you know? Everyone from MLK's family just backed down. They were just like, yeah, we're good. We're good. We don't even know if Malcolm X had kids. You know what I mean? You know, just like those people, you know? Hopefully Charlie's kid steps up. He has a son. Hopefully that son steps up. That'd be great to see, you know, kind of, I guess, because now there's only one parent influencing. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Anyway, let's keep going here. Yeah, she's just not who she says she is, guys. That's all I can say about Erika. And I can't wait to see what Candace has to say about Erika and her time in China. And then what she has to say in regards to reaching out to that girl. And you know what's so funny? So many people have pointed this out. Baron Coleman's like, and I want to tell y'all, okay? Just let's be entirely clear here. I don't want anyone to be contacting this young lady. No one needs to be contacting this young lady. And Candace is like, can you be quiet for a second? I'm on the phone. Hello? This is Candace Owens. Is this Jillian? I don't care. Are you the one? Are you the one that was talking with Erika? Are you the one? Can we do a video call? Will you be on my show? Quiet, Baron. Quiet. Will you be on my show? I need you to tell me things. Don't hang up. Don't you dare hang up. It's like, whoa. Candace does not listen to Baron. I guess that's not how it works. Like, Baron's like, leave her alone. Candace is like, leave what? Huh? I'm on the phone, actually. I'm on the phone. Yes, I need to know everything that you know immediately. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. Hopefully she does an interview because, you know, young people, they go through something like that and they don't realize that it's weird. And then later on they do, and then they talk about it. And I hope that's the point that she's on. I hope she gets to the point where she's like, this was very weird, and I actually should talk about this. I hope it gets to that point. Not because I want to see anything bad happen to Erika, you know, but that is a very, very weird situation. I mean, the biggest thing was sending the gifts. When you pair, we already knew it was crazy. When you pair sending the gift, like the Valentine's Day gift, When you take that along with sending her to get photos taken, hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. What are you talking about? Paddy wagon. A guy would be in a paddy wagon face down. 4 officers would just be like, hit, and they would just toss him in like Uncle Phil used to toss Jazzy Jeff out of the house. He's like, huh. Of course that's what would happen. Are you kidding me? Right away. There'd be no bones about it. Someone said Erika Kirk, Maxwell 2.0. Yeah, that's what it seems like. That's exactly what it seems like. It seems like Maxwell 2.0. 100% it seems that way. Oh man. I gotta say, guys, I have to be honest. I have a memberships now on YouTube. I have to tell you guys about that. I do have a memberships. I'm going to be doing that. I want to get to the point where I'm just talking about whatever I want. But for the memberships, I'm going to be doing like a live stream where it's a Q&A and we're just going to talk about whatever we want. I don't do the whole book club thing like Candace. I'm working all the time. I don't have time to be reading books. I'm going to be honest. I know it sounds bad. I listen to books. I can give you book recommendations, but we're probably going to have a podcast club where I'm like, hey, you need to listen to this podcast. You know what I mean? Like that type of thing. But it's just getting way too hard in the comment sections, especially when you support Candace. Your comment section starts to reflect the same attacks that Candace gets, and just sorting through the malicious and the, I don't swear often, but the just shitty people that are out there is just so hard. So I have to start things that are just like for me. There's some, but Fleet's a mint daddy. What's going on, Fleet? I just have to have a space that is people who are for me and I'm for them, because there's so many good people in the comment sections. I mean, people who are like grandparents, and I know I'm calling you old when I call you grandparents. I know, but it's lovely. I've never had grandparents before. I've never seen any of my grandparents. So it's actually really nice when I get to talk to older people, and there's so many nice people, but it's getting so hard to sift through. One video will have 7,000 comments and so many of them are bad and you have to sift through. And I've been doing it for years. It just gets really hard. So if you jump into the memberships, we're going to be doing that and just making sure to shout you guys out first and talk to you guys. So it's going to be a fun little experience. So just putting that out there. I know it's hard to migrate over to Patreon and everything like that. I know that's difficult for people. So at least it's something that's actually here. Yeah, so that's what we're doing over there. I don't know. You said how much is it? I don't know. $9.99, I think, because YouTube has to take like, I don't know. I think YouTube takes like 40% or something like that. I don't know. YouTube doesn't play around when it comes to that type of thing. They're like, give us her piece. Give us her piece. Give it. And I'm like, YouTube, I made you $4 million this month. They're like, yeah, give it to me. Give it. I'm like, all right. Jeez. And it's fine. Whatever. Let's get to the boys here just lying about their halftime show. And obviously it's not Mikey McCoy that's lying. It's obviously these two that are lying. Mikey McCoy's just fine. He's absolutely fantastic. Let's go.
Us to like go to that level, which is crazy. He's not lip syncing. It was a sync issue on the stream. It was literally, we had so many people watching that it was like, just a glitch on the stream where everything was out of sync, the video and audio. Which is fine. And also it's like, at least he can still, and as a result, it means he can still perform, unlike, have you ever heard Bad Bunny when his auto-tune adjuster went out and he just... Is that true? I saw that one going around, but I didn't know if that was true. That was a real incident. That was Grok said it was real, and I've gotten lazy to the point where I just kind of
fallen victim to another fake?
I mean, maybe it's fake, but I would choose to believe it anyway.
That should be a thought crime topic.
If you want my thought crime, all this has taught me. I'm ready for my thought crime. Like there are not even just like Sweden itself, but like there are.
Turning Point's gonna have a thought crime segment. That's amazing. You know what I think should be a thought crime? I've heard people say things about Erika, and I think that should be a thought crime. Yeah, I've heard people, they're thinking all these things about Erika. I think that should be a thought crime. They should go to jail. We should talk to JD about that. It's ridiculous. But they're just lying about the lip syncing. Kid Rock was lip syncing in a song. Obviously he was. It's not even that crazy of a thing. Artists lip sync all the time. It happens constantly. They have the backup track. They sing over the backup track. And then when they want the audience to participate, they stop. The song keeps going. The audience yells out some lyrics. It's like a normal thing. But Turning Point can't have that. So they're like, no, no, no. No, the thing about it is, it was fine when everyone on Earth was listening. We were just at like 8 billion, and that was completely fine. But when we got into the other galaxies, when we got into the second Earth in the neighboring universe, that's when things got a little iffy. And then all of a sudden, when we got to the star that's at the center of the galaxy, there's so much energy there. And when they were all listening, it was 17 million quintillion people, okay? I'm just telling you guys. He was lip syncing, just making stuff up. I mean, it's just brazen. It's just brazen the way they do it. Now, guys, those guys are liars, whatever. Guys, can we talk about something else? Just outside of the Candace universe. You guys know me. I'm like the watcher of the Candace universe. You ever seen that movie? Big blue guy, crazy six-pack, just floating around naked all the time. You know, that's me. That's me. That's me in the Candace universe. That's who I am. And I am that guy in the Candace universe. Everybody knows. So I'm just saying, right? And Baron's Captain America. Right? Who would Ian be? Who would Ian be? I don't want to say Ian's Batman. I don't like Batman. Who would Ian be in there? Ian be Captain America. I think Captain America is kind of cool. Ian would be Wolverine. I remember that hairstyle he had. He would be Wolverine. There you go. Wolverine's sick. I like Wolverine. Anyway, I'm the watcher. I fly around. Hard 10-pack, you know. Clothes on if I want them. Don't really need them. Right? Can turn myself into multiple people. You know, you see me on Fleet's podcast, on Fleet's channel, I'm one person. You see me on another channel, I'm another person. You know what I mean? I can just do that kind of thing. Let's keep going here. Let's talk about something else, guys. Do you mind if we just talk about something else outside of the universe? I had to talk about Pam Bondi. I just have to. I have to talk about that whole thing. A debacle of sorts. You know, this is what everybody can agree on. Hating Pam Bondi. Democrats, Republicans, the one thing they connect on is hating Pam Bondi. That is so true. Everybody on both sides thinks that she can go. She should go. She needs to go. Absolutely terrible, terrible job that she's doing the whole way through. I mean, you guys know what part I'm going to talk about when it comes to Pam Bondi. I mean, the fact that I'll go through like a couple of things, but the fact that she's sitting there not answering any questions about something that is so massive. And Thomas Massey actually brought this up. He was like, this actually spans over 4 administrations. He goes, this has been going on for a long time, right? Because she was trying to like be like, right versus left. And Thomas Massey's like, no. Like, we could go back to Obama. We could go back to George Bush. He's like, I don't care. He's like, this has been going on for so long. He's like, and now you're responsible. And she's like, well, I mean, have you seen the stock market? Have you seen it? And it's actually not doing well, actually. Crypto, gold has dipped a little bit. Silver, crypto, I mean, a bunch of things have just dipped wildly. You know why? Because all those redacted names are starting to pull their money out. They're like, oh, shit, God, I need all the money. Build a bunker. Build me a bunker now. Build it. Yes, underground. Yes, deep underground. Immediately. Elon, do you want to go in on a bunker? We could just build. I don't care. Wyoming. That's where all the weird stuff goes on. Underneath the Denver airport. I don't know. We need to build a bunker right now. Okay. Let's all build bunkers. They all have bunkers already. No, don't fool yourself. They all have little towns underground that they're going to run to when everybody gets fed up. Oh, but we don't talk about that part. Let's jump in here. What part is this? This is what frustrated me so much watching this. Okay. This guy's just talking. Okay. Look at how she's being as he's talking to her.
I'm going to show you 2 photos of former Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew attended various parties with Epstein. Under the law Congress passed, you were allowed to redact photos to protect the victims of Epstein's trafficking operation. You redacted the photos of this victim's face because you were following the congressional law. Is that correct?
Like, not even listening to him, not even looking at him.
We redacted the victim's
Because you were following the congressional law.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, just, that's the attitude through the whole thing. Like, as if she's not doing the worst possible job. Like, she has the attitude of someone who has been doing the best job that anyone has ever done as AG. Just the absolute greatest job. And the fact that they've pulled her in here is just like wasting valuable time. Like, she's just done so much. And she has such a bang up team in Kash Patel and Dan not even there anymore, Bongino. I mean, it's so crazy to me how just like he's talking to her and she's sorting through files. Let me just be clear. Let me be clear. If you've watched this whole hearing, she's sorting through these files. Okay. There's nothing in these files that she's sorting through. Okay. There's nothing. There's not one thing in those files that she's sorting through. She's not listening. She refuses to answer any questions. It is like, that pissed me off. That whole thing pissed me off. I was like, this is crazy. This is nuts that she just gets to do this. Another lady, this lady just snapped. This lady didn't even know what to do. Like, you think she'd be used to this type of stuff by now.
Of Commerce. Was he aware?
Chris Malin was a Border Patrol agent.
Okay, so I'm going to conclude that the president, in fact, did know about his ties because he was the next door neighbor.
Shame on you.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
You're
This
from
is
a tiny,
pathetic.
beautiful
This is
state.
pathetic, Mr. Chair. I am not asking trick questions here.
She literally just asked, she's like, did the now president know about the ties between Howard Lutnick and Redacted Jeff? And she's like, let me tell you about this border agent. There was a border agent. Shame on you. What? I have a feeling that if I got called in front of Congress or Senate, wherever they are right now, I feel like if I did this, they'd throw me in jail. I have a good feeling they would be like, you're going to jail for what you're doing right now. They would be done with me. Done with me. They wouldn't let me do this for 10 minutes. They let her do this for like the entire time. There was no answering questions for her. It was crazy. It was crazy. Pam is the president in drag. He's just sitting there. Can I just tell you about the Dow and how good about how good the Dow's doing right now? Sorry, my voice slipped for a second. I was just really caught up in the stock the stock market and how well it's doing right now. You know, just ridiculous. It was just so crazy to me. And then when they ask her about it, they're like, why are you protecting these people? She's like, have you seen the Dow? The Dow is at 50. Why are you laughing? Let me finish. It's at 55,000 and the NASDAQ, excuse me, what does this have to do with anything? Oh, you're disgusting. She's like, that's what we should be talking about. You're not at the great things that this administration has done conference. This is not the amazing things DT has done hearing. That's not where you're at. You're at the hearing for the largest blackmail operation in history. It's been going on for at least 30 years. And she's just like, the Dow, can I tell you, let me finish. Why are you laughing? It's so crazy. And then Thomas Massey, man. I know a lot of people don't like Thomas Massey, but I mean, come on. I mean, this guy at least is trying to knock it out of the park with this whole thing.
My my time. I'm glad you're asking about Merrick Garland.
You don't get to reclaim
because
time
this
when
is
you don't-
bigger than
when you can't-
Watergate.
when I don't answer a question the
This
way you
goes
want.
over 4 administrations. You don't have to go back to Biden. Let's go back to Obama. Let's go back to George Bush. This cover-up spans decades, and you are responsible for this portion of it.
And that's
now,
where the
I want to
most
know at
transparent-
what point did the FBI and the DOJ decide that Lex Wessner was not a co-conspirator? Because our Epstein File Transparency Act requires you, please put it back on the screen, please, to release the internal decision about whether to prosecute him or not, and it's not in the files, and it's not in the files for any of these other men.
Time of the gentleman has expired.
May she answer?
And he's a hypocrite because he voted against the ban that we were talking about on deep. Only 2 people voted against it, and you were one of them, hypocrite.
The gentleman's time has expired.
Why does she get to do that? That's crazy. That's crazy she gets to do that. She just gets to be like, I'm talking about something else. I don't care. I don't care. Hey, can you tell me about Can you tell me about him? Well, the thing about it is, 3 years ago, you voted on this thing, and I bleeped it out. She was talking about deep fake corn. You understand what I'm saying? Can't use that word. Deep fake corn. That's what she's talking about there. And he's just like, are you effing serious right now? He's like, is this for real? It's nuts. It's nuts that they're allowed to do this. I mean, really. Because, again, normal people can't do this. Normal people can't do stuff like this. Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind how quickly they would throw you in jail? They would throw you in jail and they'd rough you up. Are you joking? Of course they would. Of course they would. Right away. Right away they would do that to you. If you were just like, well, you voted on this thing. What are you guys doing? Hey, I'm trying to talk. What do you mean I can't talk? They hands behind your back, watch your head, throw you in the paddy wagon. You just pop up in a jail cell with just, not to be stereotypical, but it's going to be a big black guy. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. You're going to end up in one of those cells. And he's going to be wanting to know what you're up to for the night. I mean, they would just throw you in with the worst of the worst. No problem. No problem. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Can you tell us about this co-conspirator? I will tell you about what you did when you voted on this thing. So you're a hypocrite, actually. And he's just like, can I reclaim my time? I don't understand what's happening right now. What's happening? And the thing about it is, even the other side, the people, the masses, whatever you want to say, even they're very odd about this whole thing. Because nobody's stepping in as a normal person being like, okay, can we pause? Are you going to answer any questions? Are you just saying that you're not going to answer questions? What's going on here? Like, no person steps in and just acts normal for a second and just goes, what's happening right now? You guys have asked 10 questions. She hasn't answered one. What's happening right now? Is this allowed? Like, nobody steps up. Everybody's just like, oh, okay, oh, yeah, this is pathetic. This is crazy what you're doing. It's like, why? Why do they get built up into this weird pseudo royalty position where they can just do whatever? Even like, look at this. As she's talking about this whole thing, check this out. This is where she starts to talk about, the Dow. Look at her face. I chose this one. You know what? I'm even going to zoom in. I'm going to zoom right in. Like, check this out. Check this out as she's talking about this whole thing. Look at her face.
50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement.
She's like smiling. The people behind her are laughing. Like it's a big joke. Like it's nuts.
The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about making Americans safe. We should be talking about, what does a Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
Incredible how pissed she is that they don't understand why the Dow is important. It's so incredible. Oh my, and they're like one guy's up there, he's laughing. He's like, what does the Dow have to do with anything? She's snickering and laughing. It's so crazy. So crazy. And then the president tells her that she did an incredible job. What? What? Are you sure? Are you positive? I feel like she didn't. I could be wrong. I don't know as much as he does, right? He is the most powerful man in the world. I have no idea. I could be wrong. It seems like she didn't do a good job. It seems like she did an explicitly bad job in doing this. That's just where I'm at with it. It seems like it wasn't a good job, you know, just to yell out. On top of that, you have Kash Patel, who actually lied under oath. He lied. He was like, there's no proof. There was no rush hour traffic going on. Everything that happened, it was just redacted Jeff. That's it. And that's the only person who was involved. And, you know, if there was something more, I would show you guys. And nothing happens to him. He's just working right now. Right now, he's just working. He's trying to wash the honey off of his hands, you know. His country music sensation girlfriend, who is absolutely just only loyal to America and no other place. She just has his phone right now. She's like just cloning it, just all the emails that she shouldn't see. And she's just like writing down all the information, just sending it to BB, you know? That's what he's doing right now. And Dan Bongino's like, I'm the podfather and I'm back. I'm back. What's going on here, guys? I'm back. All the doomers and grifters, I'm back to take it back. This movement's been hijacked. What? This is crazy. This is nuts. So silly. So silly. The guy's literally still just an agent, you know? Just still an agent acting like he's not an agent. I'll play it again. I don't care.
Dow right now is over. The Dow right now is over. The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000.
She starts laughing. She's smiling. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. And when she says that, they're just asking her, why are you protecting these men? And her response is, the Dow. Let me finish. Let me say this. You have no idea how much trouble I'll be in if I don't finish saying this. We should not be focused on the redacted men. Okay? We have to stop focusing on the redacted men on the redacted island. We have to start talking about the Dow. Do you understand? This is getting out of hand. Do you understand that the Dow is in the position that it's in because of those men who we've redacted in these files? These men are the ones who make the water run and the electricity flow. We cannot unredact those names. Do you guys understand this? These men run the world, and they just have one thing that they like to do on a redacted island. It's just one thing. And we should just look past that one thing for all the good that they do. They're good men. Leave those men alone. It's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, Pam Bondi just sucks, you know? Just sucks. I had to talk about it. I couldn't not talk about it. And then, you know what? It's not even just Pam Bondi, right? I like Nancy Mace. I've liked Nancy Mace for a long time. Long time. She seems great. But listen to this.
Shocked, Pierce, that some of the names that I have seen that came across the DOJ in emails that the DOJ is protecting. And we're talking about people on both sides of the aisle. We're talking about famous people, rich people, people in power, prime ministers, former presidents, et cetera, media personalities that are named in these files. And that's why I say this is going to go down as the greatest cover-up, one of the greatest cover-ups in American history. And I don't believe the girls are.
She knows. And if she knows, that means they all know. So they all know, and they're like, we got to sit down with this Pam Bondi. We have to sit down with her, and we have to really figure out what's going on. And what's going on, Pam? How dare you're responsible now? You guys all have the names. Just say the names. What are you guys doing? So crazy. She says she's seen all the names. write them down and post them on X. But she's like, oh, I'm afraid to get sued. She's like, well, I'm afraid to get sued. Pam Bondi's like, well, I'm afraid to get shot in the back of the head. Okay. Like, what are we talking about here? We all know what we're all afraid of. Why are you guys coming down on me? Let's just talk about the Dow. We can just talk about the Dow. You guys get what I'm saying now, right? No one wants to get hurt, right? And they're all just like, yeah, kind of. I mean, we can just argue like this. I mean, let's just argue like this for a little while and let's just call it a day, huh? How about we do that? She knows the names. She just said she knows all the names. Oh my God. So like what? It's like hot potato, whoever decides to do it. I'm telling you, Matt Gaetz would have done it by now. Listen, I don't care how you feel about Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz is a wild boy. Wild boy. I've heard about the parties and the weird stuff he was doing. He's a wild boy. He's like not quite Hunter Biden, but it's like he could probably get down with Hunter Biden on, like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like Hunter Biden getting a little crazy on a Hunter weekend. He could probably hang with him for a little while, you know? He's a wild boy. He would have read those names already. He would have been like, let's go. Let's go. I'm not bowing down to Philadelphia. He's one of the few, you know, when he needed people who wouldn't bow down to Philadelphia, Charlie would reach out to him. He was one of the few. Charlie would reach out and be like, I need you to say this. And Matt would be like, let's go. I don't give a shit. Like, whatever. I'll say whatever. That's a real thing. You guys don't even know. Charlie would often reach out to Matt Gaetz in order to mold public perception around the now prez, to mold perception around him. He would have Matt Gaetz say things. He would have Tucker say things. He would have Megan, possibly Officer Tatum. He would have a bunch of people who were on the right, and he would have them say certain things that would reinforce what he would talk to the prez about. Because Charlie would actually talk to the prez twice a week. A lot of people don't know that. They would actually sit down twice a week and have a conversation, whether it was on a phone or in person. That's how powerful Charlie was getting. I mean, who unofficial member of the administration. You're sitting down with him twice a week. That's like Mark Rubio territory. That's what Charlie was doing. If you're ever wondering what happened to Charlie, oh, I just have this image up because he lied. Straight up lied. I mean, just a liar. You know?
There were. I would bring the case yesterday.
Yesterday. I mean, just making things up, you know? If there was anything, I would have shown it to you guys yesterday. There is absolutely nothing. Philadelphia's done nothing wrong. I know you didn't mention it, and I'm mentioning it. Philadelphia didn't do anything wrong. My girlfriend's back there. You guys haven't brought up her music not even one time, which is very insulting. And I'm just saying that there's nothing here at all. It's just tapes of Redacted Jeff, and that's it. There's no other people involved. Literally, just months later, they're like, here's 3 million files. Here you go. I mean, it's exact, like these two, him and her, they are Turning Point. They are Turning Point employees. They have the exact same PR background abilities as Turning Point, because she says it's on her desk and then he goes, there's nothing. And then they meet up and they go, hey man, you said it. I said it was on my desk. I know, but I said there was nothing. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. And she's like, okay, well, all right, I guess we're fine now. Then he's like, there's no case whatsoever. And then Pam Bondi's like, here's all these files. Sorry, they said I had to release the files. She meets up with Kash Patel. He's just like, what the F, man? Come on. I said there was nothing. You just gave him, there's millions of files now with names, pictures. I said there was nothing. What are you doing? And she's like, you're being ridiculous. The Dow is at 50,000. Cash is just like, oh my God, I'm going to talk about the Dow again. Where's Dan Bongino? Oh. Anyway, you guys know what a blood boy is? I know. It's a weird turn I just took there. You guys know what it is? It's a weird thing. I think I'm going to play it. It's a very weird thing. Yeah, I see it. Of course I see it. Yeah, they are Turning Point. It's gross. And also, in saying that they're Turning Point, there's no question that they are all colluding together when it comes to, actually, I shouldn't say that. Actually, there actually is a question. Okay. And it's very blurry and it's it's unknowable. And it's allegedly, maybe perhaps, all the people who are acting the same, in regards to a huge situation happening, they could all be working together because they seem to all be working out of the same playbook. Could be. Andrew's running PR for the DOJ, you know? Andrew's just like, I got a PR strategy for you guys. Okay. So here's what we usually do at Turning Point. Okay. We usually lie as much as possible. We never meet up with one another to go over our stories, and we just all say whatever random story comes to our head. Now, there is one issue with that. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you're not going to be able to hold yourself back. You just got to make things up. You understand? They're going to call you out from time to time, but it's fine. It's fine. When they call you out, you just go silent, okay? And then you wait a couple of weeks, and then you make more stuff up. I've been doing this for years. I've been doing this since Charlie passed away. It's worked pretty well. And Cash is like, okay. Dan Bongino leaves. It's ridiculous. You know what a blood boy is? Yeah? Do you know what that is? I guess I got to play this so you guys can learn what a blood boy is. It's weird.
Hold up, you were Puffy's blood boy?
From 2004 to 2014.
Don't think I'm stupid, but what's a blood boy?
So when somebody parties too hard or isn't living right, they want a fresh blood in their system, right? I didn't drink, smoke weed, I didn't eat pork, none of that. Diddy saw me and he was like, yo, I got a job for you. He was like, I want that blood. And I was like, whoa. And he drops 10 grand on the table.
10 large.
Yeah. He said, I want a pint of your blood right now.
So that was a one-off, or you
No, that was the beginning. I'm a universal donor. He thought I was special. He called me his lucky little blood boy. Every 3 months, he would fly me down to Miami. And this was the crazy part. He never actually wanted to do it on land. It wasn't legal at that time.
Yeah.
So we would get on a boat and he would take us to what he would call Oconus, outside of the continental United States.
Yeah.
And on his yacht, we would just drain blood. And he would just drain me, dude. Look at him from 2004 to 2014 and tell me if he aged.
Yeah, facts. And he's aging now that he's in prison. He's not, all of a sudden, Father Time
caught up with him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For 9 years, the majority of Puffy was made up with my blood. With my blood. With my blood. With my blood.
Okay. All right. Like, what are you gonna not believe it? I believe it. How can I not? How can I not? Pam Bondi's yelling about the Dow. How do I not believe that? How do I go and say, no, that can't be real? How do I do it? How? How do we do it anymore? I believe it. How do you not? It's crazy. And he's right. He hasn't aged. And then he goes to prison. His hair is gray in a month. And we could say he dyed it. Okay. How do you explain his face? His face doesn't look the same anymore. It's crazy. You know? It's not like he's not happy in there. It's a bunch of big guys who probably all enjoy the smell and the feel of baby oil, right? He probably is having a great time. Why is he getting old? Usually when you're having fun, you look young as possible. You're having a great time. But he looks very, very old in jail now. If you see him, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. Have you seen the videos of Puff? He looks like Morgan Freeman now. How'd that happen? What? Oh, man. I believe it. Especially when you dig into those files, boy. Oh, man. You dig into those files. You start seeing it. You start seeing it for real. Oh, man. I just had to play that. I found it. Lionel actually posted that. I like an older person who can take it there, you know? You know, sometimes older people, and I know some people who are older, they're like, what do you mean older people? I mean older people. Come on, what do you mean? I'm 40. If you're 60, you're older. It's fine. It's fine. I'll be 60 one day, God willing, you know? But I like the fact that he is in tune enough that he's like, you guys got to check this out, you know? Like, this is something like my buddy would send me, right? And he's like a distinguished, like, journalist type. He's like very distinguished, very high level thinking, very well thought out in his arguments and his thoughts, you know? And then he's like, check out this Blood Boy stuff. And I'm like, you gotta have levels. There's levels and layers to this. Lionel has layers. Like him a lot. Again, yeah, you gotta follow him if you're on X. I mean, he's showing us some stuff over there. It's really weird stuff. Let's jump into what else were we gonna talk about here? I mean, just that stuff alone, just the redacted island. The redacted island and the redacted files was just like the wildest thing to me. Especially, and again, I have to touch on the fact that they all know. All of them know. They all know the names, and none of them will say it. And then they fight amongst each other. Even Thomas Massey. A lot of people like Thomas Massey, but it's like, excuse me, sorry. Very unprofessional. A lot of people I haven't eaten either. Oh, because I'm just drinking coffee. That's why. It's really bad for my stomach. That's part of getting older. You got to do things right when you get older. But even he knows the names. And he's not saying the names. They're all just questioning Pam Bondi and why she's not saying the names. So all the senators and all the congressmen know the names, and they're all just sitting back acting like they don't. I mean, the definition of a big club and you ain't in it, you know? Just the pure definition of that. Just ridiculous, in my opinion. I don't know, man. Just crazy. But let me jump over here really quick. Did Candace say anything? Sometimes Candace goes, oh, what? What is this? What is this? Who did this? Crystal. Is there music to this? No, there's no music to it. I wish there was. That looks so real. Isn't that crazy? I mean, like, yeah. Get it. Yeah. 6,000 in the chat. I know Black Poppy. Dance with me, coach. I. Man, very weird. I forgot to dig into the meme crate for you guys. I forgot to dig into it. There's actually been some very interesting developments in the meme crate. This one, I think, is the most special that I've seen from Amy. I mean, this is just amazing. Of course, Ian is 1.5 feet taller than all of us. Why is Baron taller than me? I have a feeling I'm taller than Baron. Why aren't I taller than Candace? I'm positive I'm taller than Candace. What's going on here? Whatever. Lisa gave me a jawline. Thank you.
Hey, look, a clue. Wait, is that?
I mean, just ridiculous. I hope Candace sees these. I wonder what she thinks of these. I love them.
That is because we have...
Hey, we have a clue. Thanks, Blue.
That is because we have a high IQ outfit.
Hey, we have a clue. Thanks, Blue.
This is ridiculous. And then this one here. Of course, I love this one. There's one more I have to show you guys. Erika, you're getting glitter everywhere. It's sparkle time, Coach Colin. This is right before I mysteriously pass away. You know? I had nothing to do with anything. I showed up and just gave Colin sparkles. I don't know what happened after that. Check my microphone. You know what I mean? Something happened with his microphone. You're crazy. You're crazy. How dare you say something like that? You know? And this is the last one. I mean, just out of control. Whoever did this, you are out of your mind. You are out of your mind crazy. How dare you? How dare you? Look at this. I actually laughed for like 5 minutes looking at this. I mean, just eerie stuff, you know? I still have the theory that every time you make something in AI, you open up like a portal to another timeline, and that timeline exists. And now this version of Coach Colin exists somewhere, you know? He's wandering his universe, running around, pouring sparkles on himself, beautiful blue eyes, you know? Colin Kirk. Coach Kirk. That's who that is. Coach Kirk. Coach Kirk and my husband, my husband just passed away. My husband, Eric, passed away mysteriously. And I have no idea what happened. And I'm just pouring sparkles on myself all the time. I have no clue what happened to him. Can I run his company, please? Do you mind? Yes. I don't know. My kids are somewhere. Don't worry about that. That's wrong of you to ask. Anyway, can I run this 9-figure company, please? We're tax exempt. Yes, we are. Very good. Are we paying taxes? Perhaps if we start a religious part, if we start a church, will that be taxed? It won't. Can the whole thing be a church? That's the next step. That's the next step, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, again, don't forget about the Clips channel. The Clips channel exists. You will see clips for those of you that can't dial in, and you have literally 500 episodes to binge on if you want. Just all sorts of things that I used to talk about all the time. Just wild things that I was touching on back then. Let's jump into, you know what? Did I get the co-conspirators? I should try and, let me see something. I'm going to see if I can just jump on web. I'm going to do a more, actually, I can't show you guys when I jump on there, but I'm going to do a more in-depth version of this. I'm going to do an episode where I just go on web. And if you don't know what web is, it's this program that Ian has made, app that Ian has made. I don't even know what to call it, but I'm going to go and jump in there, and we're going to just, the reason I'm doing this like this, because I don't want you guys to see the password, because he would be pissed if all of a sudden you guys saw the password. Although it is going to be available to people, slowly it's going to be available to people. Did I email it to myself? Now, web, if you don't know, it's this weird hub, right? You put in data points, okay? So a data point would be like all of the redacted files, right? So that's one data point that he put in, okay? He put all of them in. So you can now ask it. It's basically like if you had ChatGPT and you gave ChatGPT a focus. So when you're using ChatGPT, this is what you could do with ChatGPT. A lot of people don't know. You could go, okay, ChatGPT, I want you to only give me information from these articles, and you could give it like 40 articles, okay? And just say, I only want the information from these articles. And when you ask it questions, it'll only give you information from those articles instead of making stuff up and hallucinating and all these different things. That's what Ian has done with the redacted files. So now if you ask it questions about the redacted files, it tells you everything that you need to know. And it does it in a wildly incredible fashion. Let me see if I can actually get on here. And again, it's in beta, so it's like you can't really expect the most. Like there is going to be problems. That's why he did this. He wanted to be able to judge to see if it worked like he's looking for it to work. And it does for the most part. I saw him testing it with Sneeko. He tested it out with me. I really don't want to have a Gary moment. I'm just making sure this is not on the screen. You know what's so funny about Gary? He's just like, oh man, you know, man, it's just, I'm just trying to run a podcast and all these other things here. It's like, what are you talking about, Gary? You're doing one thing. You're literally doing one thing. Is my password not working? He changed it on me already? Come on. Let me just see if I can just enter. I usually have to say things out loud while I'm writing them. I won't say it though. I won't say it. Let's see if that works. It did work. I already made an account. Okay, so we're gonna put this email in. Boom. And this password. Again, you guys cannot know the passwords. And then I'm just gonna see if I can put in the names of the co-conspirators and just see what happens. Let's just see what takes place when I do that with the co-conspirators, because we have the names of the co-conspirators. If you don't know, someone named Rokana actually took 6 names and he said them out loud. Let's jump over here. I wish Ian was here. I don't know what I'm supposed to show and what I'm not supposed to show. I can just search the data points. Let's find one of the co-conspirators, and I should actually read these names to you guys because that's a thing that people should know. Let's see here. There are 6 people who were read out. Their names were read out. Let's see. Is this it? Yep. Salvatore Navora, Zorab Mikalads, Leopeg Leonor, Nicola Caputa, Sultan Ahmad bin Soliam, CEO of Dubai Ports World, and business billionaire Lex Wexner. So those 6 people are the co-conspirators. They are co-conspirators. It's not like maybe they are, maybe they aren't. So let's search one of these names and see what happens. Can I show you guys this on the screen? It's a little big. I should make it a little smaller. But oh, still stuffed up, man. But let's search. Let's see. Tell me about, we'll start with I've never heard this name. Nicola Caputa. Tell me about Nicola Caputa. So that's what I'm writing right now. You can't see it on the screen. Like I wrote it right here. And then you just go enter. I think this is how you use it. Okay, what am I supposed to do here? See, I think I did it wrong. Or am I supposed to add something? Oh, start your first investigation. Hold on. So you go like this, copy, start your first investigation. Okay. Stuff. Let's start. This is do stuff. And that's it. And then stuff. Okay. And then create Canva. So I got to learn how to use this thing. Tell me about Nicola. Data points, blah, 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 blah. All right, it's not working. So I have to figure this out. This is a me problem because I just don't know what to do right now. I think you're supposed to create this. Or, you do the nerdy thing in the online world. You go, hello, world. All right. And then that's supposed to be optional. And then you create Canada. Select points below. Add data points. Let me see if anybody in the chat is like screaming at me to do something different. Let me see here. Because I have no clue what I'm doing right now. I'm a legend. I'm looking. I haven't done anything yet. I'm definitely not a legend right now. But yeah, I can't figure it out. I kind of suck. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I kind of suck here right now. Let me just. I'm just gonna send this to Ian really quick. He's not gonna be able to answer now. Hey, I'm trying to figure out how to use web properly, period. I went to my first investigation. I put in the name for it. So I have a new canvas. And from there, when I go to create canvas, it's not showing anything. Comma, what steps am I missing? Question mark. Anytime you see me comment back to you on anything, and it's like a long comment, it's because I do voice to text all day. All day. I'm sacrificing my ability to write things because I can't stop using voice to text. I love it so much. I like, what can I do? Yeah, so I don't know what to do here, but let's just look up that name anyway, because I still have the name. So who is this guy? I still have the name here. Let's just look up Nicola Caputa. I don't know who that is. He's in vacation. Who? Ian? Don't worry. I mean, he'll answer me. I mean, well, maybe he just went on vacation yesterday. Is this Nicola Caputa? Italian politician. Interesting because looks so Japanese, right? Like, so looks so Japanese. And then you don't see anything. Isn't that fun? You don't see anything. Are they showing the right person? Let me just see here. Nicola Caputa. And then, listen, I can't show you guys this part, but I'm just going to write, I'm going to write redacted files. I'm actually going to not write redacted. I'm going to write the name. Let me just see here. Let's see if they show any connection at all. Nicola Caputa is a Italian politician, member of the European Parliament from 2014 to 2019, currently holds regional ministerial position in the Italian Campania region. February 2026, his name appeared in the unredacted files released by U.S. lawmaker Rocana and Thomas Massey, reportedly sourced from 09 NYPD list linked to Jeff Redacted. However, Nicola has no involvement. Oh, they're talking about Caputo. Caputo is different than Caputa. Let me see here. You know what? Let's just play the video of Rocana talking about it. I have it here. You know, we're on the edge of things, but I still want to play it. I maybe I shouldn't, but I still want to. There's more co-conspirators too. There's a girl, you know that girl who was playing Red Rover with Candace? You remember that girl? She apparently, let me see here.
When Congressman Massey and I pointed this out to the Department of Justice, they acknowledged their mistake, and now they have revealed the identity. These men are Salvatore Navora.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect. So you can actually hear the names. This is coming straight from him. Now, let me just tell you something. Maybe some people won't actually break this down for you. But this guy, this Rokana guy, he's no angel, right? There was a report written about all of the people involved in insider trading, right? And, you know, for the sake of things, we'll just say trading. Some people who were in his position of Congress, Senate, they tracked how many interactions, how many transactions they did in the stock market. This guy was at the top with 17,000 transactions going back and forth on the stock market. Now, can I say that that's insider trading? No, but it is a lot. I mean, that is what you would do if it was your job. That is more than Nancy Pelosi, although Nancy Pelosi is a straight up shark and she's made a lot of money in the stock market. Solely because she's just a smart lady. I'm sure there's nothing else to it. But this guy was at the top of the list from this list that I saw, at the very top. So he's no angel, okay, by any means, right? Just keep that in mind, right? All these guys are doing some kind of shady business. But let's hear these names.
Salvatore Navora, Zorab Mikaladze, Leopig Leonor, Nicola Caputa, Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem, CEO of Dubai Ports World, and billionaire businessman Leslie Wexner, who was labeled as a co-conspirator by the FBI.
So, very interesting. So they were able to unredact 6 names. There's probably 60. So it's a good start, I guess. And yeah, there might be even more than 60. It's crazy. I don't know why he's able to just say those 6, and then someone like Nancy Mace can't just say all the names she saw. I don't know what's going on, why they're just like kind of feeding this out really slowly. Feels like a distraction, but also it is one of the biggest things going on. So it's hard to gauge there what's going on. But let's search. What was that one name that he said? I wanted to search something about these guys that he just named. Caputa. He named Leslie. Who else? Damn, I can't remember what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something. Anyway, those are the 6 names that are out there right now. Oh, yeah. The girl who has more. She figured out that there's more co-conspirators. Now, she didn't do it through anything except from matching things up pretty well, if you ask me. So check this out. Check this out. This is very interesting. How she was able to do this. I have no idea how she was able to do this so swiftly, but she was. Check this out.
You're so lucky I'm not American, or else I would steal your job. Since you don't really want to do it, I figured I might as well. Here's one of the FBI documents related to the Epstein. This is a list of co-conspirators. As you can see, certain faces have been redacted, but you know that I'm pretty good at looking into things. Now, this is just my opinion, but I think that I may have found some of these co-conspirators. Yesterday, when I was digging around, I found this glorious article written by Holly Balls. Now, the thing that's so amazing about this article is that there were 4 women specifically listed, and I thought, what if I just Googled pictures of these women and compared it to the redacted photos on the FBI list? One of the women named in this article was Sarah Cullen. See this? Oh, yeah. What do you guys think? Adriana Ross was another woman named in the article written by Holly. Now, I might be crazy, but I think I've seen this same jacket collared shirt combo before. I think I actually saw it on the FBI document. Obviously, we have Nadia, one of the pilots that Jeffrey used. Here's her IMDb picture. If you look at the same photo with less of the background cropped, you can see the black shirt, the white from the floor of the plane, the arch, the glow, and the red exit sign. And here's the redacted photo on the FBI document. Now we have the black at the bottom, white, we have the same arch from the plane, the red. This would be the perfect time for Kash Patel to chime in.
He's not going to chime in. Not going to chime in. You see Cat Williams? You see Cat Williams talk about Kash Patel? He's like, he's the director of the FBI and he's cross-eyed? He's like, let me tell y'all could do anything in this world if a man who's cross-eyed could be the director of the FBI. I was dying laughing. It was crazy. And then he puts this actually gave me the blueprint to how I'm going to do stand-up comedy, because he put a huge picture of Kash Patel behind him as he started talking about him. And that's what I'm going to do when I'm on stage. When I do live shows, that's how we're going to be doing it. 100%. That way it's like the podcast, but it's also stand-up comedy. That's how I'm doing it. Huge picture of Kash Patel just cross-eyed. I was like, what? I was like, what's he doing? And he was like, please take that down before I get a knock on my door. I was like, wow. Cat Williams just out there doing it. I told you he was like Candace Owens. Candace Owens is like him. Like, you know, he's the comedian version of Candace Owens. Candace Owens is a comedian version of Cat Williams. I'm telling you. But what I want to do with Webb, and I'm disappointed I wasn't able to make this work properly, but what I want to do is I want to check on Turning Point connections. That's the thing that I want to do. I want to start looking at sent 10 gift memberships. What is that? What do you mean you sent them? My wife did? Sent 10 memberships? Are you spending our money on memberships? My wife is downstairs just throwing around memberships. What's going on right now? That's hilarious. How'd you even figure out how to do that? I don't even know how to do that. How'd you do that? She's just throwing them around? Jeez. I'm gonna have 500 people in the memberships. Your wife gave us all memberships. We're all here. Your wife gave us memberships. Credit card's gonna start dinging. What's she doing? Whatever. It's all good. It's all good. Thank you, honey. Thank you for doing that. That was a surprise. I was like, wait a second. I would have missed that too if I wasn't looking at the chat. But I want to start checking Turning Point connections to these people who are co-conspirators. I want to see what names you can find and if any of the people who are linked to Turning Point, Inner Circle or otherwise, advisory board, anything, are connected to these people. I think that would be the thing to do right now, especially not accusing anybody of anything, but especially after seeing those messages with Erika and that girl, especially after hearing about, and I haven't talked about it, but there is a thing with Tyler. I haven't talked about it because I couldn't verify it, but it seems like Candace has kind of verified it. There was a weird case, an SA type of case with him. But again, couldn't verify it. I saw it months ago, like at least maybe as soon as in September, I saw this case and I was like, oh, I don't know if that's real. I don't know if I should report on it. But from what I know, that stuff's going on. Then that whole list that Candace has of all the people that are either tangled up in those, rush hour traffic charges or, just adjacent to it in some weird way, Erika's on tour with someone who has these accusations and you know what I mean? So, and again, accusations, not charges, not convictions. But when you see all of that, you have to start going like, maybe there's something to look into there in regards to those names and those people. That's what I would like to do. Like, I don't know if Webb works to that extent. I'll have to ask Ian about that, but you can put in data points. So one data point that he put in was the files. I would love to put in another data point of the people who work at Turning Point, I guess. I don't know. And even beyond that. I mean, you can go beyond that as well. It doesn't have to be that. It was just something that came to mind as I was doing it right now. It's not like I'm dead set on finding that about those people. Just saying that to cover myself right now. But because they're good people. They're good people, and they always have been. They always have been. Where's Wolves in Finance? Is he okay? But it's worth looking into, I think. Just for fun. Just to sort of, see how the app works and everything. So I would love to check that out and see how that works. Anyway, let's jump into these super chats here, guys. What else? There is another. There's one thing I have to bring up, okay? And I know you guys are going to hate me for this. You guys are going to absolutely hate me for this. But I mean, huge shout out to Nisi. I thought she was just going to shout out Baron, but she actually did shout out Nisi. I believe that's what you say. I think that's how Candace said it. She did shout out Nisi, and she actually played her video. Huge shout out. She actually played her video. This is the Candace Owens video. This is not her video. Candace Owens actually played her video, and I was like, wow, that is incredible. But guess what Candace did? She took away that background music. Oh, would you not believe that? Candace made sure to take out that background music. Oh, well, that's weird. It's almost like it annoyed her too. Oh, how about that? Anyway, just being annoying. But it's true. She did. She made sure to take it away. And I have no idea how she did it. How'd she do that? Candace said nicey. Did she? She said it wrong. Whatever. She put her on the screen, right? Like, I mean, when someone mentioned me on Candace's podcast, I was the top comment. They wrote my name wrong, but she still said it. You know what I mean? It just, that's all that matters at that point. Let's jump in here. Let's check out these super chats, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just go through this whole thing. Shout out to the Mint Daddy crew. The Mint Daddy crew are the memberships. That's what I decided to call them for now. I couldn't think of a better name, so I went with Mint Daddy. Fleet is the top one. Actually, let me put this on the screen. I was talking about it yesterday with Ian too. I was like, man, that stuff, that StreamYard is a good thing to have. And then I was just like, man, but I like OBS. And he was like, yeah, OBS is the stuff. And I was like, yeah, this guy gets it. So Fleet said, just wanted to thank you again. Can't say thank you enough. Can't say it enough. Glad you were back live. Thank you so much, Fleet. Really appreciate it. We should play a Fleet episode as I'm working through this. This is the Mint Daddy crew. Keith, shout out to Keith. Shout out to Jenna. Shout out to K Marsh. Shout out to 1202 Awakening. Shout out to Pablo. What's up, Pablo? Saved by Grace says, can you do some extra shows while Candace is out? We're gonna be having Candace withdrawals. Oh yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna be handling that. Candace always goes off on X. A lot of you guys don't have X, so like whatever she starts, because let me tell you something. I've said this before. We're not the only ones that get the Candace withdrawals. She gets them too. She gets to a point where she's like, I want to talk about this. Because as you can see, she figures out what's going on almost like the same day as her podcast is supposed to go live. And then she decides to talk about it. So there's certain things that happen where she's like, I want to talk about this, but I'm off. She's like, and she can't just get her crew together. She can't just be like, listen, honey, take care of the kids. I really got to talk about this. She can't do that, right? So she starts talking about it on X. Sometimes she goes back and forth with people, and I'll bring you guys all of that information as she starts talking about things. I'm going to make sure to bring you that. And also, I was talking with Baron, and I've been thinking of experimenting with a maybe 12 p.m. EST, 1 p.m. EST. That way, I would be directly before Candace. Then Candace would drop. And then it would be like Baron right after, right? It would just be like a boom. It would just be like a whole thing. So I'm thinking of experimenting with that slot. She's going to be off. Baron's thinking about going a little earlier. I think he even put that in his chat yesterday. It was a question that he was asking. He was thinking of going a little earlier, and a lot of people who watch him liked that idea. And I'm thinking of going a little later. So with that, we might just fill that spot that Candace together. We might just be filling that spot that she usually has for her podcast. And then we would both move aside for Candace. Of course, we would move aside for Candace afterwards. But we're thinking about that. So yeah. Don't worry. There's going to be shows. Don't worry. We're going to be here for you guys. Baron and I. And some Ian, if you're following Ian. 44 Glenn. Goku. Mint Daddy Crew. Pam Graves. Mint Daddy Crew. Shout out to Pam. How am I supposed to say? I'm supposed to say this KJO. That's what I'm supposed to do, right? That's how it is. 1776. Shout out to you. And Keith Cole. I haven't heard anyone suggesting it yet. But what if that was Erika doing her first operation practice, if you will, before Charlie? Oh, I'm so glad I read this again. So you're suggesting that her talking to Jillian, that was her first operation. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, it seems like this stuff has been going on for a long time. So I don't know if that would be the first one. Because from what I can tell, her talking to that girl, that lady, was after the Romanian Angels and after her time in China. So, allegedly, maybe, perhaps, don't know if there's any wrongdoing, but we all know what we have heard, wasn't her first rodeo kind of thing, right? Charlie was kind of a different type of operation. Charlie was perhaps, maybe, allegedly, was an operation of, keep this person in line, right? Keep this person in line, be this person's super conservative, super Christian lady, be by his side and nudge him towards where you've seen Charlie been for the past few years, in terms of Philadelphia. And then when he went rogue, she was the one that was supposed to pull him back in. And that's why Candace was talking about them fighting and having arguments and things of that nature, because, this is my theory, I think they were fighting over that. I think they were fighting over Philadelphia. I think they were fighting over, if BB actually did say that he was offering to take things to the next level. Erika says she doesn't remember, but she doesn't deny it. Andrew Colvette told Candace that it's actually true, and everybody else in the room just goes, no, I don't. As much as you talk smack about Andrew, I lean towards what he told Candace. There was a time where he and Candace were talking, and he was being honest with her. There was a time where he was being completely honest with Candace because he thought he could be. He didn't realize. You know how sweaty he must have gotten? You remember back in the episode, way back when she was like, maybe it was like a month ago, maybe a month and a half, where she was like, I want war with all of you. He's probably like, oh shit. Oh no. Wait, what? Replay it. It's live. Can't replay it. Oh my God. Is she's talking about turning point? Huh. And Erika's like, well, it's great that none of us have spoken to her. Right, Tyler? Right, Blake? Right, Andrew? He's like, huh? What? Yeah, I never. Oh, God, I gotta go, guys. What's wrong, Andrew? None of us have even spoken to her. We don't have to worry about this. It's fine. Yeah. I hear you. I hear you, and I just have to go. And I think I left my stove on, and there's probably water that I have to get, and I don't want to leave it running. I have to go. Just absolutely terrified type of stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure if that was the if that was her first rodeo, that interaction with Jillian. Oddly enough, Candace is off this week. You should talk about whatever you want. Just saying, yep. I forgot to heart that for you. Big Easy. Yes, sir. That is what we are going to be doing. Obviously, if there's developments, turning points, etc., I definitely am going to cover that. If there's developments with Candace herself, definitely going to cover that. If Balix Tones goes on another absolutely unhinged rant, I'll cover that stuff. But yeah, I also want to ask you guys, in the general chat right now, I am in the Why can't you say the word? Say the word. I'm in the super chat section right now. But when it comes to the general chat, let me know what you guys want to hear about. Let me know. And if my wife is here, tally what the people are saying. Tell me what they're saying. Because I can't do it right now. I just gave her a job for no reason. Not like she's busy or anything with a kid. Danks discovered Erika ran in 2020, got 1 vote. Ran for what, though? You can't just run for president. What'd she run for? There's no way she ran for president. There's absolutely no way. There's just no way. There's no way she ran for president. There's just no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way you're telling me she ran for president. There's no way. That's just not what happened. That's not what happened. There's just no way that happened. I'm just saying. It can't be. Just can't be. Hi. Oh, hi, 12. My baby loves Coach Colin. I want you to know that she is chill when you are on, but when Jesse is on, she's like, what's wrong with this dude? Love your energy. Talk about whatever. Oh, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. I need that confidence boost. Yeah, I could see that. Jesse is rather intense. Jesse is an intense individual. And he's just like that. It's not even because of the camera. He's like, that's how he is. I talked to him on the phone. Like he's just like that. That's just how he's a high energy type of guy all the time. You know, it's not for the camera. It's just, that's literally his personality 24/7. So I get that. I get that. When I first saw him, because my brother loves Jesse on Fire. And when he first told me about I went to go watch Jesse on Fire. I'm like, this guy is intense. What's going on with this? Is this guy mad? I'm like, is he angry about something? Because I caught the episode midway. I was like, is he pissed about something? And then you get to know him and you're like, oh, he's not pissed. He's just high octane. He's just a high octane guy. You know, he actually reminds me a lot of a friend of mine that passed away. My friend Gidon. I had a good friend Gidon. Ginger. Is Jesse Ginger? I think he's like Ginger or Ginger adjacent, I think. And they were very similar. Like the way they would talk, same height, same build, even same age. They were very, very alike, very, very similar. And my friend passed away. But he actually passed away, I think the anniversary just passed. I never look at the anniversary of when he passed away. I always look at the anniversary of his birthday. Our birthdays were close to each other in April. So, but yeah, Jesse's an intense dude, very intense dude. Saved by Grace, getting tired of the same stories over and over again. It'd be cool if you would do extra 20-minute video while C is gone, but whatever you want still. Yeah, see, well, I'm not getting tired of it because, I mean, the things that are coming out, like someone just mentioned Danks. I'm mentioning Jesse. Like, as much as it's the same characters, there's definitely stuff developing, like more and more. And right now, people and Candace are doing deep dives into Erika, and this is definitely not the same stuff. I mean, there has been very, very, a very different tone, a very different view of Erika, a very different view of Turning Point. I mean, it's been very, very weird what's been going on, and it's looking more and more sinister as time goes on. But I feel ya. Skinny MLM, Mint Daddy, shout out to you. Heather is in the crew, of course. What's going on, Heather? K-Trey Wick, 888, shout out. Whitney Murphy, mod crew and Mint Daddy crew. Thank you so much. Beach Bum also raises S on what Barron shared. Erika, don't get her real estate license. Start her podcast or clothing line until after she met Charlie. She didn't get her real estate license. She didn't start I know she didn't start her podcast till after Charlie. Clothing line, didn't even know she had a clothing line. That's very interesting. I'd like to know what that's called. And then the real estate license. The real estate license is a weird one. You know why? It kind of triggered something to me? There was a guy, and he didn't like that I covered him, but he was in the crowd. His name was Skylar. A bunch of us noticed him, And then I did some digging into him. He was an odd witness. He was an odd witness of what happened to Charlie because he was pretty much the only guy who multiple news outlets were interviewing. And he was the one telling his story over and over and over again. And it was very odd. And he even reached out to me. No offense, Skylar. I didn't read your emails or anything. I didn't read the videos you did in response. I don't do that. I don't engage in beef. I'm a grown man. I don't do that kind of stuff. I have a toddler that I can go and fight with at any given moment. So I'm good. Hands are full. But he responded. And I found what I found was odd is that he said he was like a media creator. He was a content creator, but created no content and then also had his real estate license. And I was like, oh, that's weird. I'm like, so he's in real estate, but he's a content creator. Then he also jumps out of planes for like Greenpeace or something like that. I was like, wow, this guy has such an odd life. And then whenever somebody would talk about him, somehow he was like right on it, like the same day. And I was like, oh, I'm like, that's what agents do. Like, how did you even have access? Like someone was talking about him on a live stream and then he was in the live stream and he's like, hey, what's going on? I heard somebody's making stuff up about me. I'm like, how on earth did you know that this person was live? And then all of a sudden he's like talking with this girl and it's 8 a.m. in Australia. And I'm like, what the? I'm like, this is crazy. So I say all that to say, when people get their real estate license, it always stands out to me a little bit. When you can't tell what they do and they have a real estate license and they don't really use it, I don't know. It's kind of like art. You know, you're selling art. You know, it's like a thing. I'm not saying this is what Erika does. I'm definitely not saying this is what Skylar did. But I am saying, like, it is a way to kind of like launder money, you know, like a little bit. Like you could, if you wanted to, if you were a different type of person, not a great person like Erika or Skylar, you could do that type of thing. And yeah, just putting it out there. But yeah, that's what raised alarm bells to me when it said she was a real estate agent. And it seems like she's just doing everything. Just everything, you know? Real estate, dating, not dating, drinking, not drinking, clothing line, podcast, running for president, apparently. Like just doing anything and everything to get clout, to get notoriety. And now she has it all that she wanted. Tell you, man, she's not what she seems. She's definitely not what she seems. Thanks for sending me that, Beach Bum. Really appreciate that. Let's keep going. Heather, morning, Mint Daddy crew here. Yes, Heather, I see you. Mint Daddyette. Some guy, love the don't be a Gary. Gonna use that. Yeah, you can't be a Gary. In this world, you don't want to be a Joe. You don't want to be a Gary. You know, you want to be an upstanding, self-mastered Mikey McCoy, right? You want to be a voracious Candace, you know? You don't want to be a Gary. I mean, that's just, no. Gary doesn't even want to be Gary, right? You know? He doesn't even want to be a Gary. He's trying to be something else that he's not right now. This person says, what do I say? Do I say to me? Tomeka? Tamika. Oh, that's how you say it. Tamika Marie. That's a very beautiful name. Hi, Coach. Glad you're sounding better. Just wanted to say thanks for the constant entertainment. Your show is the only one I make sure to never miss. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Please don't miss the show. And please hit the like button if you're in here right now. Please jab that like button. Smash that like button. As they say, as the kids say, please smash that like button. In Focus Media, GRP says maybe the op was for Erika to get into Toilet Paper USA. But it went better than expected because Charlie, instead of hiring her to work, he wanted to date her, giving her even more opportunities. Yeah, I mean, at the time, she had graduated from Liberty University. She was involved with Fall Kirk. If you guys remember when Candace first brought that to her attention, it's a part of the whole, what I call the holy or unholy mob. She was involved in Fall Kirk, which was Charlie Kirk, and what was his name? Falwell was his name, or Farwell? I forget. But she was involved in that, involved in Liberty University, went to Liberty University, graduated from there, I believe, and then I believe connected to Charlie in regards to dating. So you could be right. I mean, here's the thing. Charlie was supposed to start that foundation, Falkirk. And then when it fell apart, they went their separate ways because Liberty University didn't want to renew their contract with Charlie because of the scandal that was surrounding his partner. Then Charlie turns around and starts Turning Point Faith. And that's under the tutelage of Frank Turek and Rob McCoy. So he starts Turning Point Faith. And then I believe he brings Erika on. I could be wrong. They could be dating by that time already. Well, here's the thing. Even speaking to what you're saying right now, she connected with him, and then soon after, Rob McCoy, Frank Turek, Erika were all around Charlie. 2 mentors and 1 girl that was accessing him in a completely different way, which was an intimate, personal way. And then he creates Turning Point Faith. And then the ball really starts rolling towards Charlie becoming this Philadelphia messiah of sorts. He is the spokesperson. He is the one that will defend them no matter what. Take any slings and arrows, doesn't care. And he's actually not Philadelphian, which makes it look even better because then he becomes the voice of reason. It's not even that he has this tie to them that's through his heritage or anything. It's just because he believes in what Philadelphia stands for. So yeah, you could be right. You could be right, man. I think I'm starting to think Charlie just had handlers all around him, constant. That's what it seems like to me. Moira, has anyone heard from Erika, or has she gone off the radar? PR, you sure how to go about this mess? PR, you sure how to go about this mess? I'm so here for the Erika drama. Okay. I get what you're saying. I'm pretty sure. Now, has anybody heard from Erika? I have not. I have not seen anything. I have not seen her tweet anything. And we could look right now. I have not seen her tweet anything. I have not seen an Instagram post. She definitely hasn't addressed anything that's going on. I don't see her addressing anything that's gone on. I mean, 4 days ago, she just tweeted about the halftime show. She just talked about State of the Union watch party. So she's not saying anything. The last thing she wrote herself was January 28th. And she just wrote, Charlie spoke so often about the importance of young families having young children, and his face would light up every time he learned a Turning Point employee was welcoming a newborn into their family. In that spirit, Turning Point and Turning Point Action are honored to continue Charlie's support of families. And then they're just talking about the dollar for dollar thing that they were doing alongside the White House. That's it. That's basically it. Like she's not going to be responding to anything. I think the next time they respond is going to be to Candace, and it's going to be with a lawsuit. That's what I think. That's the next time they respond. But who knows? Who knows? They might not. They might not. I mean, you usually do that type of thing to scare someone. You know, just like fighting. You fight and you have that type of interaction, that aggressive interaction, to scare a person so you could be in the dominant position. But I mean, like I said, Candace is the Joker, right? And Erika's Batman. And it's like that scene in Batman where Batman is Batman has snapped. The Joker snaps Batman and he's driving at him. And the Joker's like, I want you to do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Hit me. Hit me. That's Candace right now. Candace is like, hit me. Do it. Do it. Do it. I want to see it. I want to see it. Sue me. Sue me. That's what she's doing right now. So I don't think they want to do it. When you're like in a fighting position with somebody and they want you to hit them, or you hit them and they want you to hit them again, they stick out their chin, you're like, damn. I met one of these. I'm dealing with one of these. I don't want to fight one of these. You know, you just don't want to fight people like that. You want to fight people who seem like they have something to lose. When they seem like they have nothing to lose, you're like, I don't know about this. They're going to bring me down with them. When you have nothing to lose, you just bring people down with you. You're like, I don't care. I don't care. Sue me. We'll go toe to toe. Let's get dirty, you know? So I don't know. I don't think we're going to hear from Erika in that sense. Jamie, Player. Yo. Is that your Erika New York impression? Is that the Erika New York impression? You know, this is when she meets 50 Cent, when she decides she has to date 50 Cent because 50 Cent started a charity, you know? I'm from Brooklyn, dog. Yo, I've been from Brooklyn, yo. Dead ass, bruh. Hey, yo. I was going to go to the bodega, get a chopped cheese. Yo, y'all coming? Smoking blunts, wearing a do-rag. Oh, my God. Anyway, Missy Ivy, shout out to you, Daddy Crew. Tara Misu, I'm still traumatized over the Mikey YMCA video you subjected us to the other day. I made my husband watch it since I had to see it. He was like, Mikey has those hips. I don't know what the problem is. What, you got a problem with hips shaking? Huh? You got a problem with McCoy hips shaking, right? Don't make me play the video again. I hope Candace plays that video at some point. I really hope so. I mean, that's a good video. I mean, he's shaking. Rump shaking, booty shaking. Mikey McCoy, the magnificent. We're all blessed to see those hips move the way that they did. Jamie, again, coach, we have more than enough evidence. Oh, yeah, you said this before, to break out the handcuffs. Yeah, you would think so. You would think so. They have the names. They know who was involved. They know what they were involved in. Some guy, who is that guy? Yeah, let me search that guy. What is it? Let me see that picture again. What is the picture called? Give me the picture. Show me the picture. Look at those co-conspirator guys. What was his name? CEO of Dubai Ports. Dubai Ports World. So apparently, and this is, I believe he was the one that Redacted Jeff was saying. Redacted Jeff said, hey, I loved the torture video. Apparently he was saying it to this guy. He was saying, where are you? You know, love the video that you sent me, blah, blah, blah. Did he have to step down as appointed chairman, former CFO claiming leadership effective immediately? Yeah, he's been removed. He's been removed. There's some justice. Listen, in other parts of the world, they're showing some justice here. Right? This guy got removed. As of February 13th, they announced that this guy, Isa Kazim, has been appointed chairman, and someone else, former CFO, as the group CFO, confirming a leadership position effective immediately. So he's even been removed from the website. So at least they're doing something. So that one guy that was named in the files, his name's Sultan Ahmad. Guy's a sultan. Jeez. Sultan Ahmed bin Suliam or Suliam. I guess that's how you'd say it. He's been removed from his position. That's something, but yeah, you would think you have enough to get the handcuffs out. 100% you do. What's happening? That guy got removed from his job. That's one thing. There's certain people in Europe. Somebody brought it to my attention the last live stream. There's certain people in Europe who have been involved in the redacted files, and they're losing jobs. They're getting moved out of position. I think one person's even potentially getting prosecuted. But in America, nothing. And there's like the most evidence. In Canada, silence in Canada. That's another thing that I want to search with Webb. I want to know about the former and the current prime minister. I would love to see if they're mentioned at all, you know? I mean, like that Justin Trudeau, he's that freaky guy, that guy, you know what I mean? Could possibly be Cuban, that guy, you know? Dating Katy Perry, you know, you date one of those Hollywood people, you're a freaky guy, you know what I mean? You got baby oil of your own. K Marsh says, hey, didn't you promise to replace the JR pick with a jacked comic Colin, still from Fleet? Oh man, I can't replace that with that. I would have to replace it with a different person. There is an artist who made me a picture and I was supposed to get it and I never did. And I really wanted to put that up. It was like a train. It was like a crazy picture and had my name spray painted on the side of a train, the American flag. It was really cool. but I never ended up getting it from him. He made it. He named some people in it, but my name was on it too, and it was a really cool picture. But I have to see if I can even find the guy again. I have no clue who that artist was, but they made it just for me, and they're like, you can have it, and I was like, oh man, I didn't have a PO box at the time, so I couldn't have them send it to my actual address. No insults there, just, what could I do? Still loving the LOLs. Thank you, Go Max Crisis King. Thank you so much. Let me make sure to heart that really quick. Let's keep going here, guys. Curious Joel. Franzfies lived on Observatory Drive in Cincinnati. Really? How do you know that? In Cincinnati would be elementary or mid-school age. It is walking distance from Kilgore. Is it Kilgore? Kilgore School, a strong gate program school. Look up plot to Milk Money movie. It was filmed there. Weird. Huh. Okay. What's this school called? Kilgore. That's weird. I've never, because me and Lance were looking into all the schools around both of them. I feel like that school didn't pop up. Lance, if you're here, you can correct me if I'm wrong, because I know you were the one. Cincinnati, Ohio. Ohio's such a cool place too. I love Ohio. Whitney wants us to move to Tennessee, but I love Ohio. It was so peaceful. It was so peaceful. That's where we got our devotional books that we use every morning, or we're trying to get back to using every morning. Yeah, I see the school. Let me just type in gate program. Gate program. Check this out. Is there a gate program? Okay. Interesting. So yeah, they have a focus on gate. Complex thinking, collaboration, and problem solving. Interesting. Huh. Okay. I have to look that up. So it was walking distance, you say? That's crazy. I wonder if it was close to any of the Mortal Kombat Ultra sites, because we were looking up that. That was one episode that I did where I was looking up the vicinity of not just the schools with Charlie, but also their proximity to the sites where they used to do like a lot of Mortal Kombat Ultra stuff. And there was a lot of close schools for Charlie, like that Quest Academy that Charlie went to. That school is actually pretty close to a testing site that they used to have. So it's just interesting, Jamie back in the land. I don't have any tissues, and let me tell you something. When times are hard, you got to use a hat. I got my Texas hat. I'm going to wash it. Don't worry. Oh my gosh. Had to do it. What could I do? Hats have to get sacrificed. What could I do? I had no choice, okay? I had no choice. It's my wife's fault. She's taking all the tissues. We're both sick. We're using like 3 boxes a day. It's getting ridiculous. Babylon System is the vampire. Tell the children the truth. Jamie doesn't play around. Jamie is a loose cannon, I gotta say. Jamie, thank you so much for that. Babylon System. Yeah. Very interesting. Interesting how much is being revealed right now in regards to Babylon, At first we thought it was just Sodom and Gomorrah. Now we realize, it's full Babylon. You're a legend, mate. Mate. How do you, what name is this? How do I say this? I'm going to call you M, okay? I have no idea how to say the rest of this. Yazish, Mithizio, Zol, Yazish. I'm calling you M. CC, you're a legend, mate. Who's behind her? Stacy. Who's in front of her? That dude people say is from Egypt. Maybe he owns a plane or two. Yeah. If you guys don't know what he's talking about, I played an image of it was a video of Erika Kirk, and she was being driven. It was such a weird thing looking back, because she's like, and she's just driving like that through this crowd of people. There's no tears at all. And it's like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? And the person who was right beside her, who's behind her from the camera angle, was Stacy, and then this guy, this Egyptian dude, was actually in the front passenger seat. It was very weird. It was a very weird scene. No idea why that happened, why they did that. But looking back, it's like, oh, that was just like totally scripted stuff. Like there was no tears. There was none. Just totally normal handoff from your personal mint fairy. Yeah, totally normal. Oh, somebody actually verified. I actually have to bring that up the next time I go live. Someone actually showed me this Chrissy lady. They showed me her on X. Somebody tagged me. They tagged me and Baron, or Baron discovered her, but her name was Chrissy. Chrissy, she's an angel. No, that's Chrissy. She's an angel. She just gives us mints. She just gives us mints, and she has a husband. His name's Angel. He also gives us mints. They have these children. They're like little cherubs. They're so nice, little angels, and they give us mints as well. They're just a really minty family. They just hand us mints. That's all that was. That's all that was. It looks like a detonator, but some mints just look like detonators. That's just how that goes. Okay, Sean? That's Brian Harpole just letting us know how silly we are for thinking he was handing anything off. Kay's Corner Farm Chaos Coach, love the show. Do you think Charlie's death dreams made him look into his life / peeps around him, called the Doge Inquiry, realized Scarica, I've seen that person online, was a plant and was 86 because he caught on? Yeah, I don't think it was the dreams that did it. I think he was smart enough to know, to slowly start seeing things. And again, it's like these moments. I said this at the beginning of the live stream. You have these moments where the mask kind of slips. And with what happened to Charlie, we saw a bunch of masks start to slip. You know, you saw Tim Pool, you saw Balix, you saw Turning Point in general, you saw Erika, you saw a whole bunch of people. Their masks just started to slip out of nowhere. And I think he saw that before all of us did. We saw that because of what happened to him. He saw that because he started pushing back on the whole Philadelphia narrative. And as soon as he started doing that, and he saw the mask start to slip, and he started saying, oh, where's this money here? Where's that money there? What's this? And what's that? And he started questioning, like, okay, why can't I talk about this? Why am I getting these phone calls? Why are people harassing me just because I'm speaking up for America? What's going, like, why, because I had Tucker Carlson on stage, do I have a donor in my face telling me that I can't do this? Like, what's going on? I thought we were about free speech. You know, Charlie was like, oh, I thought we were all just conservative. I thought we were all just on the side of free speech. Isn't that, you know, like the whole narrative of right and left? Charlie's like, I'm really that. Like, I'm not, like, you know, I'm not a neocon secretly. He's like, I'm really just that. I'm just on the right. Like, that's what this is. And he realized that everybody around him wasn't just quite like that. They did have an allegiance to another place, right? They had an allegiance to another agenda. I think his agenda was really to help America. And I think the people around him had a different type of agenda, maybe some financial incentive, things of that nature. But once he started picking up on that, yeah, then he did the Doge effort. Then he started looking into the money. And he said, okay, I have to move this person away from the money. And I have to actually get this looked into. Because he started realizing I'd be on the hook. I'm the guy. I'm the top guy. I'd be on the hook for this if anything was going on. And all these guys would have got to milk. They would have milked it, and I'd be on the hook for it, and I could go to jail. I don't want that to happen. So I'm starting to look into this. Then all of a sudden, some guy comes and says, hey, I'll take you to the next level. I'll give you this much money. He's like, no. That same guy, BB, wants to be on his podcast. He's like, no. I don't want these strings. When people started pulling his strings and he could feel it, and he was like, what's going on? What's going on here? Then he started to say, okay, I got to question this, and I got to start actually taking action. And that's when he got 86th, as you put it. That's what I think is going on with Charlie. Fleet is a mint daddy. Jamie, once again, YouTube will not give me my free speech. Rebel. Oh, I'm sure Jamie wanted to say some stuff. Jamie's ready. I tell you, Jamie's a firecracker. Jamie doesn't play around. Jamie wants to say something. Listen, whatever you were trying to say, Jamie, I bet YouTube didn't let you say it. I wouldn't doubt it for a second. I went down for a second. Baby fund. Oh, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. Everything counts. When it comes to the diapers, so many. It's crazy. Like, is it thousands? It feels like it's been like just box after box. It's nuts. I so understand why potty training comes into play. It's like it's a financial necessity to have potty training come into play. DF within normal limits. Mint Daddy, Cohen Films, Mint Daddy, Danovision, Mint Daddy. How do I say that? Dured Max, Mint Daddy, Danovision sent 5 memberships. Let's go. Thank you so much. Them boys are fruits. See what I mean? That Jamie's a firecracker. I'm telling you, that Jamie is just unfiltered. Unfiltered, this Jamie. Them boys are fruits. I hear you. Listen, I hear you. Omar. Erika Perv. That doesn't even rhyme. He didn't even care. He's just like, I said what I said, okay? I'm not trying to rhyme here. Good hack, lip syncing on a pre-recorded show, by the way. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the whole thing was just crazy. Pre-recorded, and then Candace let us know just how much they were like preparing and like doctoring. Of course. Exactly the way you see them handling Erika is exactly how they handled their halftime show. And again, I said it in my episode. The main reason was revealed by Andrew. He said, hey, we're going to reach out to these really big brands. So in order to reach out to Chevy and all of these car companies, pickup truck companies, right? That's what it would be. It'd be Kid Rock in a pickup truck, just like, drinking beer and just not even singing his songs, waving his microphone in the air. You hear the song still playing. The reason that they had to make it that big is because how else do you reach out to those huge companies? You have to say, if you can say we had the biggest YouTube stream ever, then you automatically get a massive contract with multiple companies to pre-record a show and use it as a live stream the next Super Bowl. Of course you want that kind of money. That easy money, that's easy money. Of course they want that. Yeah, so pre-recorded show. Listening to a Turning Point podcast, audio only. It sounds like a bunch of catty, sassy gay dudes. There's zero testosterone in that discussion. I think Jack has a little bit of testosterone. I think Jack has a little bit, a little bit, I guess. I don't know. Blake definitely doesn't. Lance Charles, the name of Erika's friend at the theater, is Jessica Gowan. Let me see this really quick. I don't want to look it up on the computer. Could be something crazy, People could do that to you. Let me see. Gowie? Jessica Gowie. That is the person who wrote and tweeted, was recently moved to Denver from Texas, and was a sports journalist. She was a beautiful soul, fan intern, aspiring newscaster. So she was kind of like Erika, like just doing a bunch of stuff. Interesting. Toronto survivor. So she was Canadian? Interesting. Huh. That's weird. Or maybe the thing happened in Toronto? Interesting. 24-year-old. Yeah. One of the 12 people. I guess that is who it is. Yeah, Jessica Gowie. You're right. It's the same picture that I think Candace and Barron showed. Yeah, I think you're correct. I'm on this is the BBC, so yeah, okay. So that is the name of them. Thank you so much. Get that to Candace, I guess. Bondi is a disgrace. I'm not even American. Yeah, she's terrible, honestly. Just frustrating. Like, that was frustrating to watch. You know, I make fun of it, but that's frustrating. That's very, very frustrating. Especially, I didn't even mention this. When you're watching Bondi and you're watching her do what she's doing, the survivors are behind her. The victims are behind her. They're all there behind her, and she's doing what she's doing. Just to add insult to injury, I completely forgot to mention that. They're all right behind her, watching her do this, watching her talk about the Dow as she's asked about why she's protecting people. I mean, just turning point level PR, you know? Pam's DT and drag, yeah. I love that comment. I just want to tell you about the Dow. The Dow is actually Mint Daddy crew. How did I say that name? Let me shout you out. Nighterlin? Rillin? All right, fine. I'm calling you Dark Knight. That's what I'm calling you, Mint Daddy. Brit Park City. Have you watched the vid James Lee just put out an hour ago? Of course I haven't. I have just been doing this. I have not. So weird. Okay. I have not seen that video. Let me check it out. Hold on a second. Let me see what James Lee put out. What did James Lee even put out? I bet you it's about Erika. I'll bet money. James Lee goes hard on Erika. James Lee was going hard on Erika before Candace was. Like way before. What did he put out? Let's see. Why Charlie had to die, allegedly. That is nuts. How long is this video? It's 20 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to do a 20-minute-er. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's bring the screen down here. Let me just make this screen a little smaller. What is he going to say? That's the thing about James Lee. You never know what this guy's going to say. He got fired from Breaking Points. You know that? He used to work for Breaking Points. He was a contributor. He was like one of the people, and they got rid of him for some reason. I think it was because he was like starting his own brand and like pushing his own YouTube and stuff. I think they didn't like that.
I'm going to give some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
On September 10th, 2025.
Breaking news, political activist and conservative media personality Charlie Kirk shot and killed while speaking at a event.
Got to make sure none of that shows. I'm telling you, James, he's a wild boy. He might show something like that, you know?
By the internet, who climbed onto the roof of the Losey Center at Utah Valley University with his grandfather's hunting rifle and took the shot that would change the course of political history, which would be a rather convenient and easy explanation, wouldn't it? Others claim that it was a Mossad CIA deep state operation, retribution for Charlie's ever-growing isolationist rhetoric.
Interesting. Isolationist rhetoric. That is so, like, I know he's just like reading what people were saying, but that's so wild that they were framing Charlie as an isolationist. He literally just didn't want the whole thing with Iran to happen. He wasn't an isolationist by any means. Like, that's what like Matt Walsh is. Let me just see what this guy's actually working through in this video really quick. How the agency built modern day Japan, the moon cult, money laundering, Christian Philadelphia, Zeno A. Okay, so he's pretty much, and then the rise of Turning Point and Erika Kirk, the removal of Charlie
going to
Kirk.
take its place.
Today, our founder Jack Roser and myself have Charlie Kirk with us, and Charlie Kirk is a young man from Turning Point. He's the founder of the organization.
When Charlie Kirk founded Turning Point USA with businessman Bill Montgomery in 2012 as a senior in high school, the mission was very clear. Economic libertarianism, small government, low taxes, typical Tea Party type messaging.
Graduate from high school this coming June, we're handed a diploma. That's also an invoice for hundreds of thousands of dollars that my generation is going to have to pay off through interest, high taxes, and a stagnant economy.
But something happened between the years of 2018 and 2019.
The summer of 2018, it's a very important summer in Charlie Kirk's life. That's the summer he met his future wife, the former Erika Francve. The following year, the year that began after he met Erika, the list of officers, directors, and key employees listed on TPUSA's Form 990 exploded. So too did the revenue and expenses.
If we examine Turning Point's IRS 990 filings, we see a massive jump in the organization's revenue, almost 3 times, jumping from approximately $10.8 million in 2018 to nearly $29 million in 2019. Charlie Kirk goes from making about $80,000 a year in a relatively still small organization with just 3 officers to over $290,000 a year, and a massive expansion in the organization's leadership, with the likes of Tyler Boyer and Stacey Sheridan joining the organization at this time. Shortly thereafter, the organization's economic libertarian message was gradually phased out until it ultimately disappeared in favor of Judeo-Christian nationalism, with a heavy emphasis placed on the importance.
That's very interesting, because that's right around the time that Candace said that she was warning Charlie about Tyler and about Stacey. That's when she actually says, like, I was warning him about all of this. And shortly after, she doesn't fully, like, she steps away. Like, she doesn't, they don't break up any relationship or anything, but she slowly starts to fade out right around that time of the era of Tyler and Stacey. That's very interesting. I would love to know more about that Stacey lady.
Changed in Charlie's life between the years of 2018 and 2019. And we can either say everything that transpired afterwards was just a big old coincidence, or maybe the dots do all connect.
You're sitting in that chair for a reason. That exact chair. That person that's sitting right next to you was meant to sit right next to you. I will never forget the time I was in Israel with my husband, well, that was the second time, but the first time with my mother on a pilgrimage. And I was standing in the ticket line, and I remember looking behind me, and in the snake of the ticket line was a guy who looked very familiar. I had no idea who he was. And I told my mom, this guy looks so familiar. And as a typical mother, she said, go and say hi. No. We were late for our flight, and I'm not going to come off like a crazy person that's just weird. That ended up being Charlie.
After their quote-unquote chance meeting in Israel, Erika Kirk and Charlie Kirk would officially start dating in 2019. They became engaged in December of 2020, and they got married in 2021. And who is this Erika Kirk?
So they got married the same year Turning Point Faith was made. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I didn't realize that at all. Huh. So right around the time he meets Frank McCoy, because Frank McCoy is actually the one that I believe he officiated their wedding. So right around the time he meets Frank Turek, he meets Rob McCoy, and then he marries Erika Kirk. And that is just as Tyler Boyer and Stacey Sheridan have joined his company. So from the time of, I think it was 2018, he said, to 2021, the company then has Tyler, Stacey, Rob McCoy, Frank Turek, Erika Kirk, who became Erika Kirk, and then Turning Point Faith comes, and then the whole faith message starts to grow within the company. So they brought that about. That's what it seems like from the timeline he's spitting out there. That's interesting.
Well, we don't really know. Is she a pageant queen? Maybe a wannabe reality TV star? Perhaps a philanthropist with a project gone wrong? An expert on EMPs? A cringe MAGA model? Could she have been Charlie's handler? Yeah, I said it. Could Erika Kirk have been an intelligence asset to keep Charlie in line, to make sure that he sticks to the script? And I think given everything that's happened since September 10th, 2025, this is a legitimate, non-conspiracy question to ask. But in terms of facts, in 2021, just months before the collapse of the Unification Church in Japan, TPUSA launched TPUSA Faith, an organization dedicated to, quote, empowering Christians to put their faith into action, led by megachurch pastor Rob McCoy.
We serve you, Almighty God. 우리는 하나님 당신을 섬깁니다. Let God be true and every man a liar. Let God be true. Sorry. Just say let God be true.
Let God be true and every man a liar. The guy's like, did you say every man a liar? Every man a liar? Did you say? So we are liars? Just say the first part then. Let me tell you something. It seems like what happens is that this guy doesn't understand English. But this guy understands perfectly. He's a translator. He's just like, what kind of dumb stuff are you saying right now? I got to say this in front of everybody? You know, I got to say it too if you say it.
Let God be true and every man a liar. Let God be true. Sorry. Just say, let God be true.
Because he's like, are you sure you want me to say every man's a liar? He said, that doesn't make sense, sir.
Could McCoy have been tasked to build TPUSA Faith into a, quote, shadow church of sorts? A network of politically active congregations across the entire world that could function very much like the Unification Church did in Japan for many, many decades, in service of the land belonging to God's chosen people.
2006, I visited Israel for the first time. Now it's been over 30 times. I stand with them. I stand with your sovereignty. And yes, I believe that the Jews are God's.
So, and you guys know why I paused it. But James is saying what I've been covering, not to take away from James. This is actually a great video. But he is saying what I've been covering in this whole scheme of things. Like I did a whole breakdown on the unholy mob. And yes, Turning Point is at the center. Like he's asking these questions. Yes, 100%. Turning Point was made. Rob McCoy has connections to every single faction of the unholy mob. He's connected to all of it. He's pulling people in. Mikey McCoy is his son. Mikey McCoy's pulling staff from Liberty University. He's pulling it from the people who were supposed to be in Falkirk. He has connections to Erika already. He has connections to Tyler Boyer already. The Turning Point Faith became the center hub, and all of those other factions just sunk their claws into them, like very much so. And Charlie went to speak at every single thing. And Charlie was at the root of all of that. You know, I have an episode where I talk about him being a manufactured messiah, and this is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. Yeah, they put him at the center. That's exactly what it was. That whole thing was about him being at the center of everything. Everything. Why am I moving my screen? Don't move your screen. But I say all that to say thank you for the super chat. Yes, I have watched what James Lee put out an hour ago. It's 2 hours now, but yeah. I'll definitely check out more when he puts out more. But yes, to answer that question, he was put at the center of everything. They made sure to put him at the center of everything. And they did it for a very specific reason. And I think it was because he was supposed to be a messiah. I think that's what he, and not even in his passing. I think as he was alive, that's what he was supposed to be. He was supposed to be the guy who was bringing the gospel everywhere, and it was the gospel of Philadelphia, and that's what he was supposed to do. And that's why him changing his thought process on the whole thing was terrible to Rob McCoy, who just said he went there 30 times. 30 times. The guy's gone to Philadelphia more than Bill Clinton's gone to Redacted Island. What are we talking about? This is crazy. So to Rob McCoy, to Mikey McCoy, to Erika, to Tyler, to all of them, him changing his positions. And on top of that, trying to bring back Candace, who they just all worked at phasing out of the company. That's why it was too much. That's why it was too much. It was too much for them to handle. They're like, we can't have this. And then he randomly passed away. They had nothing to do with it. They're all good people. I mean, anybody who's friends with Mikey McCoy, I mean, does he even go, do I even have to mention it, guys? If someone's friends with Mikey McCoy, they're just good people, right? Do I even have to mention this? There's no credible evidence that Redacted rush hour trafficked anyone. I would have brought the case yesterday. That's the official line. Yeah, of course. I know. I played the video. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that he said that. And now nobody's calling it out. Mint Daddy, NM Deet 222. Thank you. Welcome, Mint Daddy. Jamie, once again, Jamie the firecracker. Say the names. Yeah, they should all say the names. I tried to say the names that I could. Very, very hard names to say, honestly. But there's way more of them, and they should all be saying them. Cardiac Rhythm Rebel. So happy to get into a live. Glad you're feeling better. God bless you and your family. I work from home and look forward to my imaginary tribe every day. Coach Colin, Candace, Baron, and Ian, thanks for what you do. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you for listing me amongst those names. Really appreciate it. Janelle 2.0 unlocked using her middle school style burn book. She responds with ad hominem attacking members of Congress who were asking basic questions. Yeah, Pam Bondi, worst to ever do it, hands down. Jamie again, back again. Jamie, Babylon system is the vampire. I hear you, Jamie. Jamie the firecracker, ladies and gentlemen. The firecracker. Somebody give Jamie a sub. That's somebody who definitely deserves it. Princess Impaler? Is that what that says? Okay. Finally, caught you live. I was at a volleyball tournament last week, and my friend whipped out a bag of mints and said, "Do you want a mint?" I died. Baron texted me a picture the other day. He's like, "You've ruined me." He's like, "I opened my fridge and he saw Philadelphia cream cheese and he just started laughing." I love it. I love it. I love it. Philadelphia. That's it's spreading. It's spreading. Dana Grego? Dana Grego? I'm going to call you Dan. Coach DT Fleet on YouTube for the bag. Yeah. The Fleet's doing her thing. Fleet's amazing. I want to write a whole cartoon. I really have a great suggestion for the whole office thing that Fleet is doing. I actually, in my head, randomly, just a rough draft, I wrote out like 5 seasons of what that show could be. 5 seasons, no joke. And it goes everywhere. I'm telling you. I was up late just procrastinating, just trying to write that show for some reason, because that's what I do. Productive procrastination is what I like to do. Tuning in late, excited to have the other content as well as the CO and Turning Point content. Your delivery is great, entertaining, well-spoken. Love seeing you grow. You deserve all the success. I know. Subscriber, check. Yes, I've seen you. NM Deet. Thank you for those kind words. I really appreciate it. Chantel Sherry, CK was next one loaded up, but he malfunctioned, questioning Philadelphia plot. Erika was the handler, not the talent. When they asked, "How much do you know?" that was them trying to see if she could be. Yeah, of course, they're trying to figure it out. That's why they made up that whole thing about plans. They're like, oh, the plans that he had written out. Because they're trying to say, like, hey, like, despite what you think about Erika, like, Charlie made the plan, so we're putting Erika in there because she's great. You know, Ben Shapiro's like, she's a perfect CEO. It's like, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, what? What are you saying right now? Like, it's just such nonsense. But yeah, that's why they're saying they had these plans. And I pointed it out the other day. How do you have these plans and she hasn't been in the office in 4 months? How'd you find the plans? Where were they? You know, were they in his pocket? Just mints and plans in his pocket when he passed away. That's what they were rifling through when he was on the ground. Is that what it is? Very weird stuff. Let's keep going. Oh, more just popped up. Oh gosh. Now I have to work my way back up. Oh, I saw a Dominican person put a message there. Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah, it went far back up. Okay. All right. Listen. This is a high IQ outfit, and I know exactly what I'm doing, and this is a perfect production. Kat, thank you so much, Kat. Really appreciate you. Sent out the 10 subs. Is that another 10 subs, honey? Is that what we got? Is that what we're doing here? 10 memberships, I should say. Chad, I'm going to say Chad. Welcome, Mint Daddy. Her kind, welcome, Mint Daddy. Kay Miller, welcome, Mint Daddy. Amy Marissa's voice, welcome. Allison, welcome. Blessed man. Love you, coach. Keep going, Max. Whoop, whoop. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Not a Borg, Mint Daddy, Crystal. Crystal is a meme maker, in case you guys know. Crystal is a meme maker. She makes some of the best memes that we show on this channel. Lisa Speller, welcome. Jasper, welcome. Common Sense, welcome. Natural, Mrs. Natural Nollins, Noob, thank you so much. Adam Thomas Pod, I'm a new tiny channel, been making Gary videos and got his attention, and he commented on one. Would love to tell you about it. He hit a nerve. Oh, you're insulting Gary. You know, you could do that. I haven't gotten a comment from him, but I think he knows better. I think he knows a little better. But yeah, that's good. That's good, I guess. Make other do other videos. I gotta actually see it. You know, I could be speaking out of turn here because they might be incredible Gary videos, but you want to go somewhere with your podcast. I'm just saying. I mean, no insult to Gary, but Gary ain't taking nobody nowhere. I'm just saying. No insult to the guy, right? But he ain't taking no one nowhere. But there is room for that. I want to see those episodes. Adam Thomas Pod. That's what I just read? Adam Thomas Podcast. Let's see what pops up. Oh, there it is. You have 154 subscribers. I had the same amount of subscribers before I got my before I got a 1 million view video, and my whole life changed after that. So keep pushing on. You never know when things can change for you, and I hope you continue to keep making content, sir. Baron tried doing the Harpole impression. He's got nothing on Coach. Please, can I get a Harpole high? Also, a series on documentary Fall of the Cabal. I've never watched that. Baron tried to do the impression. Baron should be able to do that impression. His voice is almost there. He has a little twang. He has a little southern twang in his voice when he says certain things. Should be able to do that. I don't know how to say this name. How do I say this name? I don't know. It's Govies, listen to me right now, okay? The next time that you hit up a corner store or a Walmart, there's one thing I need you to get. I need you to get those mints, you understand? There's a whole bunch of mints, and I just need you to go and get some, you understand? And if you have the resources, please have someone hand you off mints. I'm telling you, it's the one thing that took my business to the next level. Having a person who would hand me mints that look like detonators. I mean, that changed everything for my business, okay? I just want to let you know that right now, okay? Let's keep going here. Just say Julia, welcome. Common Sense. Can you make membership badges assorted mints? That's a good idea. I wonder if I could do that. Huh. I should check that. That should maybe. If there's an emoji that's a mint, I should be able to do that. Oh, thank you for that. Please, some Q content. Absolutely not. Do you even know what you're saying right now when it comes to YouTube? Absolutely not. Mint Daddy. How do you even say that? Sage. Ed Franks, welcome. Sage, is that how you say that? I have no idea. Apple Jacks. I am sorry. Sorry, I'm just here for the truth bombs and the name pronunciations. Oh, what can I do, man? What can I do? Oh, Jamie. See, this is a true mint daddy. Jamie's gonna have some stuff to say. Crab Apple Jack. I know black. That's the best. I love that the most because you can clearly see this guy's dreadlocks. Of course. I mean, that's the Dominican way. Straight dreadlocks, dark as ever. I know black, Poppy. Hey, Poppy, I know black, man. Hey, I know black, man. No, I Dominican. I know black, Poppy. Oh, of course. I love it. There's nothing better. One joyful ladybug. My hubby doesn't really follow the Turning Point case, but just figured out remarriage problem rumors Erika Kirk and Charlie Kirk got divorced by a bullet. Can someone tell Cash? Jeez, this is very harsh. Yeah, they kind of did, I guess, in a way. I really wonder if their marriage was on the rocks. I really do wonder that. I will be in the Dominican Republic in 2 weeks. I will play your song in the Dominican Republic. Please do that. Please let them know. Please let them know. Show them a picture of me and say, he's not black. He says he's not black. He's Dominican. They'll be like, oh, yeah, see. CCC gang, Coffee Couch Colin, CCC gang. Thank you so much, Smutty Truth. What's going on? Thank you. Really, really appreciate that. Another Mint Daddy. Oh, real Nosfentu. Nosfentu. Real Nosfentu. Welcome. What program code word is often I don't follow? It's not a code word. It's one of the few things that is such a code word already that it doesn't need to be a code word. It is just often. That is actually what it is. Welcome another one. Katja Golden, Angel for Humanity, Mint Daddies. Welcome. Thank you so much. Oh, there it is. Real Nesventu. I prefer wintergreen over peppermint or spearmint. Let me tell you something. Spearmint. Nobody's got nothing on spearmint, okay? I'm a spearmint boy. Everybody, listen, if you know anything about me, I'm spearmint all day. Just letting you know, coach, so you don't bring me the wrong mints. Much love. Listen, I'm gonna bring you onto the spearmint train, okay? Okay, I'm gonna bring you the gospel about the spearmint, okay? Because you really got to learn about what mint goes the best. Spearmint is delicious. See, the other wintergreen, yes, okay, that's gonna blast your breath. Very nice, very considerate towards other people. It's the strongest. Peppermint, you're going a little natural. You're worried about your stomach, your digestion. Like, okay, it's really nice, everything like that. Spearmint is delicious. It's candy. It's the candy of mints. Okay? I know you think all mints are candy. Not so. Spearmint is the candy of mints. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Okay? Save peppermint for tea. You know? Save wintergreen. Save that for hulls. But spearmint, oh, that's just a treat. Everybody knows that. Oh, you didn't realize I knew that much about mints, huh? K's Corner Farm Chaos. Tennessee is full of success. I think his ring off. Sleeping in a different room. He was definitely seeing more. Then the note of kids being the most important. I wish he left an X-Men's switch for his David. Yeah, I wish he left more. And who knows, he might have. That's the thing. Well, you could have sent a text, right? Like, why on earth would he do it any other way? You could have just sent a text message to Candace, like, hey, do this, do that. I mean, and who knows? Like I said before, that might be something that Candace reveals. Candace might just reveal, like, here's a text message from Charlie. Philadelphia is the one that did it. They're coming after me. I'm worried. I'm very worried, Candace. Listen, if something happens to me, I always told you to be my David. I need you to fight as hard as possible. Don't believe Erika if she says it. Her life's probably being threatened, so don't believe anything that she says. Go as hard as you possibly can, you know? Keep Tucker safe. Yeah, you're going to see a crazy message. That might happen. That might happen. I don't know. It's wild. You never know. But yeah, I think there was something going on. I would love to. We'll never know if their marriage is on the rocks, though. You'll never be able to know. Who would be able to tell us? Coach, web is broken AF. It's telling me there's no references to T or even Robert. It found me plenty yesterday. Please let Ian know. How do you have access to it? Who are you? I thought he was giving it to just journalist types. Not to say that you're not. I don't know who you are. But how do you have access? How'd you do that? What'd you do? Did I do it, Gary? Did I mess up and show people the wrong stuff? I hope not. Who are you? But that's interesting if you're right. But I don't think there would be mention of Robert. I don't think there would be in these files. I guess there would because it's her father. But I don't know. I don't know. That's interesting if that's true. But I don't know how much mention there would be of Robert. That wouldn't make sense to me that they would be mentioning Robert all. Not that Robert's like some kind of angel. Obviously, I know all about Robert, but I feel like in the case redacted J and Maxwell, I don't think Robert would be mentioned all that much. I don't know. I could be wrong, but yeah, interesting. You let Ian know. I tried to let him know just now. Did a bunch pop up again? Oh man, I gotta go back. My bad. High IQ outfit. Excuse me. There we go. What? There's more and I missed them? How did that happen? Or did you write it twice? Oh, you did. You wrote it twice. Okay. All right. You almost had me fooled. Leanne Bennington. What a name. What a prestigious name. Bennington. Mint Daddy. What's going on? Manuel. The amazing Mikey McCoy walked away for our sins. And everybody should remember that. I'm glad that you brought that up, man. I'm really glad that you brought that up because he did walk away for our sins. For all of our sins. He walked so we could run. My littlest Paris days. Charlie says, this is the last dance. Wait, what? Charlie says, this is the last dance. Erika's IG. Really? Huh. I'd have to see that. Let's keep going here. Ask Web to find me for anything about anything. And it says nothing came back. Must search system. Please let Ian know. Yeah, I'll let him know. But you can also, I mean, listen, if you have access to this, you should have access to the Discord, and they have like a Discord where they're helping work out the bugs. I don't know. I'm still wondering how you have access. Please explain to me. You know, no insult or anything. I'm just saying. I thought it was like very few people. Right? I thought I was in a small club. What happened? What happened? When did the club get so big? Coach, you put the pro in procrastination. I really do. I try to do productive things when I procrastinate. Clean the kitchen a little bit, get some work done here and there, you know, just avoid the thing that I'm supposed to do. Rainbow Lakes, heard you like Ohio. Great place to live, easy access to the I-70, I-75, near several airports / states for quick trips, 15 minutes from Dave Chappelle and his local shows. A brand new Buc-ee's opens April 6th. That's interesting. So that means if you're close to where Dave Chappelle has his local shows, what was that place called? Is it called Yellow Ridge? Dave Chappelle, a lot of people don't know, Dave Chappelle has his own club out in Ohio. And he just does shows there. Sometimes he'll have the Wu-Tang Clan there. Sometimes he'll have Burt Kreischer there, right? And he always performs there. It's very weird. It's not even like Joe Rogan is like trying to foster like a community for comics. Dave Chappelle opened that place just so he doesn't have to travel around and do shows. And people come from everywhere to go to that place. That's one of the places I really, really want to go. It's actually it's pretty cool. Yeah, Ohio's great. When me and the wife were there, we went around looking at houses and we were like, this is a nice place. It was a nice place. You know, the people were nice. It was very nice. Where else did we go in Ohio? Were we in Cincinnati? My wife's here. Were we in Cincinnati, Ohio? I don't remember. We were in one part of Ohio that was very, we were like, we like the other part better. I won't say why, but there was one place we were in and another place we were in. We were like, a little ghetto over here. Lone Wolf 1212 Mint Daddy, what's up? Cindy Newman, you are next level, coach. Thank you so much. I am trying to level up day after day. That is the goal. Day after day, leveling up. Let's keep going here. Let's keep going. Why won't it move? Oh, it is moving, and then it moves after. Okay, well, stop doing that, please. Love your work. Love to help. Collab sometime. Hey, thanks. This person says nothing. Just a fly on the wall, you know? The quiet types, the strong and quiet types just have nothing to say. The other day, a guy responded to my comment on a news article, and his location was Philadelphia. And I started, oh, so there was an error. Why is there an error? What does that mean? Okay, there it is. And I started my response with, LOL, you're from Philadelphia. Whoa, what happened there? What on earth happened? Am I still going? Am I still going here? What on earth happened? Did it detach? Oh, is it still going? Connect? Is it still going, guys? Are we still good? Are we still good? I think we are. On my side, it just went weird. As soon as you started talking about that person from Philadelphia, man, see? You know? Philadelphia, you know, out to get me. Let me just see. Yellow Springs. Yes, that's where Dave Chappelle's place is. Yellow Springs, yeah. I definitely want to go over there. Just to see Dave Chappelle live would be an honor. Absolute honor. I don't know why it just went all weird on me. Did anybody else experience anything? Did you guys see anything when it went all weird on me? You've broken all our brains now. Yeah, she started laughing when you heard he was from Philadelphia. As you should. As you should. You know, Danks sent me a message and he's like, oh, I'm trying to figure out, you know, I took a vote. I took a vote and they're talking about, you know, they voted on Detroit and, you know, I'm trying to figure out other words we can use. Like, oh, we're just going to use all 50 states, Danks? Is that how it's going to work? Because that's really going to help. We're just going to use 50 states, the 50 states, the 10 provinces in Canada, whatever's in Africa. Is that what we're going to do? Is that going to work, Danks? You think that through, buddy? You think this is easy? You think it's easy to just come up with Philadelphia? There was a process that went into using Philadelphia. You know why? Because Kensington, Philadelphia. And Kensington, Philadelphia is an open-air drug market, and no one ever talks about it. They talk about the Middle East more. They talk about other parts of the world more, but nobody focuses on Philadelphia, and that's why I use Philadelphia, because people should be thinking about it more. There's levels to this, sir. We're just going to be like, oh, man, Charlie Kirk changed his opinion on Rwanda. What are you talking about? We can't just use 10 different words for the same thing. What's going on with you? Sent me that message the other day. I was like, what are you talking about? Detroit? No. Philadelphia, because Kensington, Philadelphia. Because the more people think about Kensington, Philadelphia, go look it up. Go look it up. People walking around with sores the size of slices of pizza. It's crazy. It's crazy in Kensington, Philadelphia. No one talks about it. If we had Dave Smith, Candace Owens, and Tucker Carlson all talking about Kensington, Philadelphia, it would be crazy. The episodes and the things that they would come out with, but no one does. No one big enough talks about it. So it never gets discussed as much. Anyway, that's my rant on Philadelphia. That is the reasoning behind Philadelphia, ladies and gentlemen. Brian Swoop? Is that your name? Swoop? That's your name? Oh, I like it. I hope that's real. I hope that's your real name. Brian Swoop. Mint Daddy. Brian's my mascot. If that's your real name, come on. Are you kidding me? Travis. Candace is the Beth Dutton of this rodeo. Who's Beth Dutton? Rupel Gold, Link Net, Mint Daddies, thank you so much. Venny Green, Jessa Extra, Doodaloo for me. Is this some Ireland stuff? What is this? Am I wrong? Is this some Ireland stuff? This some Irish stuff? What's that? If I said it in an Irish accent, are you saying give us? You're saying give us. Give us. I can't do an Irish accent. I can only do Conor McGregor saying, you'll do nothing. You'll do nothing. Give us an extra doodaloo for me in Ireland. Doodaloo. There you go. That's so funny. I love Irish people, man. Love them. Trev Bop. Is that your real name? I hope so. Trev Bop says nothing. You know, just says nothing. Chantel, Sherry, Mint Daddy, Skittles 444 says nothing. Just silent. The silent type, you know. Lily B220, Mint Daddy, what's going on? Scarika. Oh, it's Scarika. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're on X, I don't know if Scarika has a YouTube channel. I would assume she does. This is Scarika. Coach, you made it in the out with the old, in with the new video on YouTube and X. Enjoy, Mint Gang. This is the $5. This $5 is for mints. Yeah, Scarika. Skerika does these videos where she is basically Erika Kirk in rare form. I'll show one of those videos when I do another live stream. I have to show one of your videos. I'll make sure to do that. Skerika, ladies and gentlemen, friend of the show. Rupal Gold, she says I'm in the video. We'll see. We'll see what that means even. I got to check that out. Rupal Gold, it's not a cartoon either. It's like her. Like she dresses as, I got to show you. Because you don't understand what I'm saying. You think I'm just like, think I'm making stuff up. She actually is like dressed as Erika. It's like this whole thing. Skerika. There it is. Boom. Let me see here. Yeah, you guys don't even get it. Let's see.
Oh, it's good to see you. I'm just in here redecorating Charlie's office. He wanted to do it for a long time, and we just really never got to it. So there's no time like the present. Plus, we have guests coming tonight. Shabbat. Andrew, did you wash the car yet? We'll get it done, lazy pants. Jeez. Hey, little Mike McCoy. So cute. Are you coming over later? Yeah. Great. Hey, Benny. Yeah, sure, come on over. Just make sure this time you park your pony in the back because Andrew's in the front washing my car. Yeah, I know, it's so hard to find good help these days. Hey, maybe we can hire some of those YouTubers that we're canceling. They're gonna be homeless and broke soon. When will they realize that we own everything? I know, idiots. Old. No. Whatever, not even that funny.
That's funny. All right, I made it. I'm another timeline has emerged. Another person has implemented me into their timeline. Sounds good, like it. And I'll check it out. I'll check out more. But I started following you. I started following you recently. I'm pretty sure. Rupal, once again, I love spearmint. Superior. Yes, 100% it's superior. Spearmint is the one. It's absolutely delicious. Holy Fire Luna, I'd sub if I weren't poor. Long live C. Well, you show up and my wife is throwing them out like mints, so you might get one the next time she throws out 10. We'll have her do that every so often. Let's just jump in here. Rupal. I used to spend thousands of dollars for anime conventions. Now I just want a con. That's Coach, Ian, Candace, and Baron. You're my new anime con. That would be pretty cool. An anime version. There's a couple of people doing like these weird anime versions of Erika, or not even Erika. It was of Pam Bondi. It was very interesting to see. Very, very interesting. I like anime style. I watch a lot of anime. Appreciate the truth bombs and the impressions. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Spoiled Princess. Spoiled Princessa. Welcome to the click. Skittles444. I loved you at the name Colin. My son's name is Colin. Has anyone tried to interview Erika's superstar athlete past boyfriends? They sure dodged a bullet. You're awesome, Coach. Hit that like, everybody. Thank you so much. Forgot to tell everybody that. Hit that like button, please. Yeah, no, I haven't heard of anybody interviewing these guys. And honestly, I doubt they would. Only because, I don't know, why would you? And then you have, because the thing about it is, with exes, it's like the next thing you know, your ex is trying to contact you because they're mad at you and they don't like that you did an interview and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, maybe they don't want her contacting them at all. So they're just like, I'm just going to stay away from this. Maybe. Or maybe Candace already has their number and she's going to pull them up on the show. Maybe that's going to be part of the Erika series. I don't know. I can't wait to see it in what, 8 days, 10 days, something like that. A contribution from Sweden to ensure Philadelphia mints are always available. Man, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. Let's keep going. Brandon Alexander, rifles, R files connects to Turning Point Advisor, current/past, last name Pauly, is co-author Black Magic with the Colonel Candace spoke of. Oh, you're talking about Paul Vallely? Yeah, I did a whole episode on Paul Vallely. I covered Paul Vallely like a clear month before anybody even knew about him. And it was because of a subscriber named Amanda. And I can't remember what the full name was, but Amanda was like, you need to look into this person. You need to look into this person. And then I covered it. And that was a while ago. And then everybody started talking about it after. But I did cover that person. So that person connects to the files, you think? I have to look into that. That's some of the stuff I want to do with no, did I? What? Colin pulled a Gary. Colin from Philamount Factical. No, I didn't pull a Gary. What are you talking about? Did I? Oh, I hope not. I hope not. I don't think so. You know? I'm smarter than that. Aren't I? I hope so. Anyway, let's keep going. Like, what happened? Oh, more popped up. Jeez. We got a hard. Oh, I'm already supposed to be gone. I got a coaching call at 1:30. I got to jump onto. So I got to say hi to the wife and the kid quickly. Shy B 6893. If Tyler doesn't walk, justice isn't served, but he'd go into the witness protection. Too much unproven. You were hilarious, coach. So much fun. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. I don't know if he's going to walk off. I don't know. If he does, it's going to be pretty wild because there's going to be a lot of people that are upset. There's going to be people who are happy because they're like, whatever, didn't have the evidence, et cetera, et cetera. But there's going to be a lot of people that'd be upset with him walking off and they'll feel like justice wasn't served. So we'll have to see. I have a close relative who's the right wing commentator. I've been digging on web with them. Oh, that's how you have access. That's interesting. Who is it? You can tell me. Tell me, don't worry, nobody will know. There's like, 4,800 people here? It's fine. Coach, Mrs. Collins, everyone have a great day. Love is the way. Thank you so much. Yo, Jamie, once again. Jamie, what's going on? Jamie is a sharpshooter, I'm telling you. Just say Julie, Dave Chappelle, Yellow Springs, Buckeye. There we go. Oh, Buckeye myself. Yeah, Yellow Springs. That's where his comedy club is. I definitely want to check it out. It seems like a great place. Like there's nothing better than seeing Dave Chappelle get drunk and do stand-up comedy at his own place. That is just golden. That's some real stuff there. I mean, the Mothership's great. I've been there a couple times, but to see Dave Chappelle live, getting drunk with his friends, I mean, nothing like it in the world. Sometimes he does like 3-hour sets, like 3 hours of just hilarious. I mean, it's just nuts. Is there any way you can dig into the corruption in Canada happening at the moment and how Mark Carney is connected to the people on the list? Yeah, he is. That's. I really want to check that. Because I think there's more to it. Him and his wife were seen with Maxwell. They were both seen with Maxwell in multiple pictures having conversations. It wasn't like just a one-off. Do you call that place Philly because Yahoo? No, I didn't know that. I had no idea that Yahoo had any connection to Philadelphia. I had no clue whatsoever. No clue. And then somebody told me about it, like when I was doing the live streams, and I was so surprised. I was like, wow. But yeah, he has a deep connection to Philadelphia. Yo, coach, new listener. I'm a mailman. Thank you for making my day go by so quickly. Someone should look into the mints and Turning Point sending predatory mail asking for money. I deliver hundreds a day. It's sickening. Wow, really? You deliver hundreds a day? That's nuts. A day. That's nuts. Let's keep going here. Keep going. Charlie says this is the last dance on the reel where Erika, Erika, and the kids are walking outdoors by trees wearing black, all of them. And we're going to announce something on September 16th. Wow, really? Really? I have to check that out. That's really weird. And wait, you said it's a reel for who? It's on Erika's channel? On Erika's IG? Did you specify? Charlie says it's the last dance. Okay, I gotta go. I'll look into both of them. I want to see who that is. What's up, Coach? Been listening since your 2024 election coverage. You're the man. Dastardly is still one of my favorite words since you said it. There's dastardly deeds. Trying to convince us that Candace is a demon. It's dastardly what she's doing. Talking about what's going on and trying to solve someone's murder is a dastardly deed. You have to understand, Jesus doesn't like someone who solves mysteries. Now, I need each one of you to pull out $2,000 and put it into my hand. That guy is such a clown, that pastor. Happy to be in the gang now. Glad you enjoyed my Shih Tzu meme. Yeah, I gotta show everybody that. I'm gonna show everybody that next time, 100%. Dark Horse Petticoat, loved your ADHD brain interruptions and laugh when you just say the word as your brain takes forever to connect and get the word out. As fellow ADHDer, I appreciate you owning it, then keeping it rolling. My brother says I have it. My oldest brother, because he's much older than I am. So when I was like a kid, he was like nearly an adult. And he says I have it. He says he watched me have it when I was a kid. But then I started smoking weed when I was like 11 years old. So it like went away. I wasn't hyperactive anymore. But now that I'm sober again, it's like all starting to like kind of rush back. It's very weird for me. So it's odd. It's very odd because I haven't, literally, I started when I was 11 and I didn't get sober until I was 35, 36? Because it's almost been 4 years. Yeah. So like everything just went away. Like any hyperactiveness was gone. Once you start smoking, like that's it. Everything's gone. You know, you lose your real core self, gets kind of like stifled and put into a box. And now that I'm sober, it's like coming out again. So it's weird. Very weird. Yeah. A lot of people are shocked. Yeah. I started smoking when I was 11. And believe you me, there's nothing as strong as when you're 11 years old smoking a joint. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Wouldn't advise it to anybody, but it was pretty wild. Anyways, do I skip super chats? No. What do you mean? I didn't skip any. Did I? I went through them all. I must have. There's no way I didn't. I went through every single one. Didn't I? I had to have. I didn't skip anybody. I made sure not to skip anybody. That's like the point of this whole thing, is that I don't skip anybody. Nah, I didn't skip anybody. You're tripping. But I'll double check. And if there's anybody I ever miss, I'll always do it on the next one. I'll always make sure that they're at the top of the list for the next one. 100%. Anyways, how do you make the comments come on the screen like Barron's do? I don't. Barron uses StreamYard and I use OBS. Okay? OBS is for the big boys. OBS is for the big boys, for the big streamers, for the Asmund Golds of the world, you know, big boys, for the Hassans of the world. So I don't use StreamYard. I have it. I could use it, but I don't like the way it looks. My wife says I have a meeting at 1:30. Yes, I know. I'm going to end it right now. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out. I really do appreciate it. Again, we are going live Monday to Friday. We're going to be talking about all sorts of stuff. And then there might be a nighttime episode on this channel. But again, just to restate once again, where is it? Come on. Whatever. I'll search it again. Helps YouTube anyway when I search the same thing over and over again. Coach Colin. This is how you do it. You say Coach Colin clips and you go there and boom, it's one of the first things that pops up and you see it right there. Boom. That's Coach Colin. So the clips, if you don't want to sit through all this, there will be clips and updates on this channel. It is called Coach Colin Clips. It is my second channel, and it's also my just in case channel, just in case anything happens. So there it is for you guys right there. Boom. Hit that channel up. Please subscribe to that channel. I really appreciate it. Please hit the like button on this video. I would super appreciate this. And of course, as always, I have to say bye to everybody in the last few minutes right now. And I'm gonna really say bye this time. I'm not playing around this time. You guys ready? You guys ready right now? You guys ready in the chat? I'm not playing around. Oh, they don't even let me write that much. I'm glad they don't let people write that much. Whatever. Fine. Okay, there. Boom. There we go. Boom. And then I'll double click that. There you go. Bye. Boom. I just keep doing it. No one can outsay goodbye No one can outbuy me. There you go. Boom. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Really do appreciate it. We're going to get more consistent with this. We have made the decision. The live streams are happening. There will be nighttime episodes. Of course, turn on your notifications. You'll get the notifications when I drop those in the community posts and whatnot. And then for all of the highlights of what we discuss day to day, hit up the Clips channel. I'm going to be promoting that pretty hard. And that's it. That is the engine we are putting in place. Let's get it revved up. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really appreciate you. I'm out of here.